Hello.
Are we live?
It says welcome to live chat. It's recording. Okay, dope. Welcome to another episode of the Flex and Nerd podcast. Hey, for you audio listeners, my bad. Forgot to start the second recording now. Last week we only did one version of this. We did the live stream version.
We needed to pay fully attention to this
to get the live going. Now we've got our audio back, so we'll have an audio episode and a video episode. Yeah, it's a pretty dope. How you been?
Pretty good.
Another good week. You'll notice it looks different than it does last week. We figured out how to make OBS work, so I can do cool stuff. I think, like if I hit this button, change it. Oh, see, I didn't add the thing there, so but we can do cool stuff like that. I'll be adding in some stuff when you subscribe, when you like follow. Like, see at the bottom it says Alyssa Higgins.
It's my wife.
Shout outs to wife, his wife, not mine. It says, your name on the stream, so it'd be cool for you guys to interact. Obviously, we got the chat over here, so it's going to be a really good time. Starting off this week, are we just going right into the movie?
You want to go right, Shazam?
Yeah, so this week we watched Shazam. Let me pull up our thing here real quick. Our rating scale. What brief overview? What did
It was such a good movie.
It's a movie.
It's a great movie.
Movie.
Might be one of the best superhero movies I've ever seen. The combination of comedy and action, I mean, it was terrible.
Okay, terrible. Okay, terrible's a bit aggressive. It was not the best movie.
It tried to be as funny as Guardians was trying to be, but with less success.
I will say they did the thing that took you out of the movie with the funny. Like, it was when they tried to be funny. Not necessarily that they were too funny. Hey, what's good, Tony? Not that they were being funny, but it was when they were being funny. For example, spoiler alert, the bad guy at the end is doing his movie or his rant.
You know what pisses me off? What's the word I'm looking for? Like, they have the kid over here, Shazam over here being funny, and then you have a villain who's like super serial.
Yeah. It was the contrast was aggressive,
right?
And also like the what am I trying to say? That moment. Sorry, I heard kids yelling. Thought it was mine. Anyway, that final moment is supposed to be like a big deal.
The climactic moment.
Yeah, and then instead of getting a climactic moment, I can't hear you. He's giving a serious speech. Well, I can't. I don't know what you're saying.
They cut away. They cut between.
It's fucking terrible. I don't hate it. But it was just like regular average movie to me. It was like everything about it was kind of mid. I literally got to like the climactic battle at the end, and then I paused the movie and like did something on my phone for like half an hour because I was just like, I'm not invested in the movie. Like, I liked Billy Batson. I thought that he was a good cast. I thought
the cast was all right. It just the
writing was really bad.
Was terrible.
And I was like,
how is it greenlit already for a sequel? That's what I don't understand.
It performed well. People really enjoyed it.
Like, was it a kids movie?
I will say it was a kids movie, and I will say it hurt it.
It hurt it more than it helped.
Yeah, because if it was an aggressive like adult movie, that scene when he takes over, he goes and sees his dad after he gets his powers in his eyeball, and then he like takes over.
That's
what
I'm saying.
Room.
Like tone. That's what I look. Yeah. Tonally, like you had the bad guy who was like super serious. And then everybody else in the movie was this like and cartoony.
Yeah, but the cartoony thing they played up really well. Billy Batson, Zachary Levi did a great job of. That's how a 12-year-old, 14-year-old kid would behave.
Yeah, he did a very good job. Yeah,
it was awesome. And plus, goddamn, is he big?
Yeah,
he's fucking swole. All the people in them, all the superheroes in that movie were really good. The bad guy, his motives were weird. I felt like
I get it. I guess the outcast, poor me. How many bad guys are poor me about it?
Yeah, but
MCU is pretty bad about it. Poor me.
Yeah, that's true.
Zemo.
Yeah. Fuck. Who is he?
Vulture.
Civil War?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Vulture's that way too. I don't know. The bad guy I didn't feel connected to.
The actor did a fantastic job.
Yeah, he did a good job. The dad definitely died in the beginning of that movie.
Yeah. Yeah. So, then all of a sudden he's still alive.
Yeah. I was like, this is dumb. What they had him? I felt like they had him alive because they're like, what would make this guy look like?
Yeah, I'm excited for Black Adam.
But Black Adam and Shazam are not going to be the same thing.
Mm-mm.
Rock has already said, Black Adam, we're going hardcore for that shit.
Yeah, The Rock's fighting to continue the DCEU.
He's fighting to get the Snyderverse to continue going because he wants to fight Superman. His whole thing was, I want to play Black Adam because I want to be someone on Superman's level who's not the goody two-shoes cape-wearing motherfucker. And they tease Black Adam in that movie. Did you?
Just a little bit.
The champion they were talking about was actually Black Adam, who fucked up and let the 7 sins free. I thought the idea of the 7 deadly sins was cool.
To be honest, going into this, I didn't know anything about
nothing. I knew nothing.
Shazam. So is that a thing where like there's a bunch of Shazams? Shazamanites?
You're asking the wrong guy because I also don't know a whole lot about Shazam. I will say I know Shazam the guy.
Yeah.
And they did a really good job with him. As for there being other Shazams, I don't know. I thought that was really cool though because I had no idea it was coming.
It was corny as shit.
It was a little corny, sure.
No, as shit. It was corny as shit.
Why you got so much beef with the Shazam family?
It was just whack. It was too much. It was too much of the same thing. It would have been all right if you just had Shazam, but then you had 5 more Shazams.
But it looked like they could only do different pieces of his power.
No, to me it looked like they could do all of it.
No, because the one girl ran fast, old boy flew.
They all could run fast,
but they didn't. I'm saying they displayed their powers.
That's because you don't see them
fucking
before,
he was doing minutes? Hadouken.
Yeah, Hadouken. No,
that was kind of funny. I chuckled a little bit. I will admit the end of the
only time I laughed was at how cheesy this movie was.
Some of it was like the movie was 2 hours long and it didn't need it. Like they got to the point where at the remember he gets his powers and they're trying to sneak out of school and so he like walks around the corner, Shazam! Oh hey, I'm this kid's father. Like it's fucking dumb. Some of it was dumb. The bully shit was dumb. Also, side note that when kids pull up and hit Buddy with the truck, I'm fucking everybody up.
Here's my thing. That whole scene pissed me off. Because you just got like the whole school sitting around watching them beat a kid with a crutch.
It would not.
Nobody in that crowd's gonna be like, "Hey, what the fuck are you all doing?"
Not even that. I understand you have to have the this is why he's the hero moment, but guys, it has to be believable. And when you hit a crippled kid with a truck in front of the whole school, and the only person who jumps in is his new brother,
and even then he only jumped in because he's like, "You don't even have a mom," so he's like, "Oh, so now you're talking to me."
Yeah. The bullies were over the. It was they tried to do 2 things at once.
Yeah,
we're gonna do childish movie, but also we're gonna do serious movie.
It seemed like they were trying to do 2 things at once and did neither.
It didn't. Yeah, they didn't do either very well. It was not the best movie I've ever seen. I was really bored of it. But yeah, I expected it to be decent. I feel like because everybody was talking about, this is Shazam. This is like it's a comedy. Like it got really good reviews when it came out, and I was just super mad.
What I was apprehensive about going into it is exactly what it ended up being. I was right about. It's just too little. It's too little kid focused. And granted,
it would have been. I'm okay with it being that way if you drive into it.
Stuck with it.
But then you got this like you said, the super serious fucking bad guy.
Yeah, you wasted a good bad guy.
Apparently, he's gonna be back with the fucking caterpillar.
I don't know. If anybody out there knows what the hell's going on with Shazam,
let me know.
Mr. Mind or whatever I told you it was.
Is that the bad guy's name?
The caterpillar. Yeah, a little Mr. Mind. I had to look
it up. Mr. Mind is the caterpillar?
Yeah, I had to
look
it up.
That makes no fucking sense.
I had to look it up because I was like, what is this?
Volume on his hair.
Dude, I cut my hair and it makes your hair look worse.
Yeah, no, it's not bad. See, what you can't tell, right? Dog, this, I gotta be honest, it's inverted us. Yeah. So I'm real confused looking at this. But the curls are super tight because I showered and washed it. And
it does look a little less
we got nappy hair going on. But anyway, let's give it actual ratings here. So visually, not bad.
But there were some moments like when old boy grabs Shazam the first time they fight and flies up.
That was super cool.
No. If you watch them, the CGI is bad.
Okay, but how about this? How about the end of the movie when he runs and jumps off the roof?
Yeah,
Shazam, that was fucking cool. A couple of the Shazam switches were really well done.
They use that pretty cool.
And they use it the right way. Like that's how he does it in the comics too. And like he does that in one of the movies, it's actually Shazam. It's a movie called Shazam, but it's Superman versus Shazam and Black Adam. It's an animated one. The DC animated movies are so good. But Superman and Shazam are fighting, and Shazam has Superman on his chest, and he's holding Superman. He keeps saying Shazam, so the magic lightning bolt keeps hitting him in the chest. That's how he kind of like wins the fight against Superman. It's a really cool tactic. But Black Adam's obviously The Rock is gonna fucking kill it. That preview he put on his Instagram is so sick.
I hope it's not DOA because of what's going on in the rest of the DC universe.
I will go see that one in theaters just for The Rock.
I definitely, but then again,
I'm gonna watch that one.
The Rock puts out some.
But he puts out, it's either a good movie or it's a Rock movie.
And they're definitely more shit than Rock.
Did you see his post on Instagram? Oh, I sent it to you. His Instagram post where he was talking about running for president, and the only thing I could think of was him doing promos the whole time, which is not obviously he would take it seriously, but I could just imagine him be like, so it doesn't matter. He dropped the people's elbows on stage.
Watch the old guy on the other side just shit his pants on live TV.
The big 6'5" Samoan motherfucker running at you. But anyway, visually, I would say probably like a 6 or a 7.
I'll go 6.
Nothing super over the top. If they would have used,
you know what? I'll give you a 7 just for the one shot when he jumps off.
That shot off the roof is sick, and the shot when he's sitting and they're looking down the city, like Rocky. That's a cool shot. Like it's not like. Some of the shit we see in like Zack Snyder's like in the Justice League or whatever, but it's a peaceful moment. It's a cool shot. I enjoyed that for sure. So we'll give it a 7 visually. Story buns. I'm not gonna lie to you. I didn't get the villain's motive. I don't understand.
Like I said, they couldn't stay on one course.
Where they started with the villain and then I just don't like that his dad lived. Motherfucker got hit on driver's side by a truck.
He lived, so you killed him again later?
Yeah. And the brother at the end.
But when he grabbed Buddy and threw him out that window,
I did go, ooh.
Yes.
And see, I thought the movie was going to be that serious because it started off super serious. And then it just got like child. And again, it should have been childish because it's a 14-year-old kid getting superpowers. Right,
but you can still put that, tonally, you can put that in the right way.
Yeah, it felt like it was 80% joke. 15-20%
like I said, serious. The bad guy felt like he was
out of place,
walked on the wrong set, and they just kept giving him.
He was really good. He was a really good actor. I like
that guy.
I would say story is like a 5.
Yeah,
just a mid story. Acting, I think the kid did a really good job.
Everybody with what they were given did a well job. Yeah. It's not their fault. It's a shittily written movie.
Yeah, I would give it like an 8 on acting.
Yeah.
I think that's fair.
I think Zachary Levi knocked out.
He killed it. I did not expect him to be that good.
So the one with the crutch. I know you don't like horror movies, but he's one of the kids in the It remake.
Really?
Yeah, he's him and the kid with the glasses from Stranger Things.
Yes.
They did a lot of impromptu lines in those movies. Mm-hmm. So a lot of the funny lines from those movies are just them two.
Oh, really? That's cool.
So he kind of plays a similar character
in this movie.
In this one, where it's funny.
He did a really good job acting. Like he was a really good job.
Everybody did, I think.
Definitely, I'll give him an 8. I think overall in acting. The problem I have is that they weren't clear on who you were supposed to be agreeing with. The kid, the crippled kid.
They both brought up very valid points.
Or if you're supposed to agree with Billy Batson, like because the kid was like, "I'm finally friends with a superhero." Like.
I finally feel cool.
Yeah, and then Billy's like, yeah, but I'm the actual superhero. Like, I want to do my own shit.
So essentially, the Shazam kid feels like the crippled kid was making it all about him, and the other one thought he wasn't.
It was hard to.
He didn't feel like he was taking it seriously. What he had, they were like, you're not taking it seriously, and he's like, but it doesn't matter because this is my thing.
Yeah, it was.
I don't know. It tried to get a little deeper than what.
Like, exactly.
Tonally.
It was all over the place. And like tonally, like for example, it's about this serious moment of like the kid's like, I gotta go to lunch. I'm gonna get beat up by the bullies, and Billy's like fucking around with lightning hands and shit, and you're like, and also you can't be asking the superheroes to come to school. Like it missed me there a couple of times. Choreography. The fight choreography wasn't great.
The fight scenes weren't anything to write home about.
No, it was just it was typical, but also like in the fights didn't have any cool shots.
And
or like
once again, they peppered in too much comedy. Yep. It kind of took like one scene, Shazam's flying towards one of the 7 deadly sins, and he just flies through it, and then he's like, I don't know. It's just
I will admit, I actually kind of thought that shot was cool. How like he turned invisible and then snagged the back of his cape. I thought that was cool.
But again, though, like you're taking away from the seriousness of the moment because like your entire family's in danger.
I would argue that particular gives you. Here's where they lost it because that part where he turns invisible and then grabs the cloak.
Again, it's
super cool. But the problem is, They didn't ever do that again.
Yeah.
The rest, like, while Billy's fighting it, it can turn invisible. But when the kids fight it later, none of them turn invisible.
They never use it again?
That's the problem. I think that scene lost its power because the rest of the time they were just, like, fucking around. So, that was kind of mid on that. Choreography, I would give it, like, a 5, like a 6. Nothing over the top. There wasn't anything cool to write home about. Overall, it's like a 6.
Yeah, I was gonna say I wouldn't go any higher than a 6.
Not at all. I don't want to give it a 5.
It's not a bad movie. It's not something I'm ever gonna watch again.
Nah, like when he first gets his powers, typical fucking 14-year-old kid. I'm gonna buy beer. I'm gonna go to the gas station. That's funny. But then they fucked up. They went one step too far.
They kept it going too long.
Right, like the bad guys are shooting him. I'm bulletproof. Again, as a 14-year-old kid, you're bulletproof now. You would be super hyped. But then they're like,
shoot him in the face.
Well, we don't know if you're bulletproof or the suit's bulletproof. Like, fucking, that is too far. It's one step too far.
First of all, as a viewer, you know they're not going to shoot Shazam in the head.
And kill him.
Right. So that whole thing was pointless.
I
mean, I guess they wanted to CGI show you bullets.
That was kind of cool.
But if you want to see that, go watch Man of Steel.
It's true. Man of Steel is...
Never seen it.
You never saw Man of Steel?
Why? Why would I watch a Superman movie? I get it. You win. Cool. Anyway...
So every superhero movie ever, good job.
Yeah, but like at least when Iron Man's fighting somebody, like when he was fighting Ironmonger, like it was actually believable that he could lose. Who? Superman. Name one that he's fought the
Doomsday.
whole time. Yeah, and he had to have a billionaire help him and an Amazon. Couldn't even do it by himself.
He does it by himself, huh?
I don't think we haven't seen a 1.
10, we haven't seen 10 technically either, but
Tenet,
John Wick is super close to 10.
and
what do we have at
John Wick are our highest movies. We have
Tenet is a 9.7. That's damn near
the worst movie we've seen was Wonder Woman in 1984.
Wonder Woman 1984, or is it 1984? Or is it, anyway, Wonder Woman 84 got a 3.5, and we only gave it a 3.5 because we were being generous. It's a shit movie. Everything about it is trash.
I legit tried not to be too mean about it because your mom.
Yeah, me too. It's bad.
It's bad. And if she watches it and doesn't think it's bad, it's like, well, take off your rose-tinted glasses.
Okay, but here's the thing.
Again.
She didn't say it was good. She said it's different. It's not like the first one. Like, you're going to have to
The first one was a passable movie. Of the DC movies, it was good. It was good. Probably one of the best ones, but like...
So Wonder Woman 84 is as close to a 1 as we've seen.
I think
Tenet is almost a 10. Tenet is fucking amazing.
I don't think I'll ever give a movie a 1, and I don't think I'll ever give a movie a 10.
Nah, you can't give a movie a 10.
But 2 to 9 is fair game.
Yeah. So 9s, we got John Wick is a 9. I'll tell you our ratings right now. So we've seen Arrival, that's an 8.5. Great movie. And we actually upped the rating because the first time we watched it was we watched John Wick right after. Like, we're the scale is evolving.
Arrival was our first movie.
Arrival was the first movie.
So we were still keep knocking out the kinks.
Yeah, and I would say that it was a 7.5 the first time we saw it. We've upped that to an 8.5. It's a great movie, super good thinker, really deep, definitely a good movie. John Wick's got a 9. John Wick 2's got a 9. John Wick 3 has a 9.5. Equalizer is an 8. Equalizer 2 is an 8.5. Knives Out is a 7. I was gonna upgrade it, but then I decided no.
Netflix bought the rights to do 2 more of those for $450 million.
What are you gonna do?
I don't know.
I know old boys were Daniel Craig, James Bond is reprising.
He's coming back for both movies, and that's the only one that's coming back, I do believe. Which is fine. That's all.
I mean, he's a detective, so that kind of makes sense.
That's all I need, as long as he fixes that accent, because I didn't know what it was.
The southern.
I didn't mind it. A lot of people that I talked to were like, "Oh, I hated it." I didn't mind it.
The first time I heard it, I didn't.
I didn't mind it, but then if other people have a problem with it, I like Daniel Craig.
Daniel Craig, he's a really good actor, but
except I've never seen him in James Bond. So
I've seen 2.
I've never seen James Bond, and I've never seen Superman, and I don't really care for either one of them.
You saw Pierce Brosnan's James Bond.
I have never seen a James Bond movie. Ever.
Why?
Why do I need to watch it?
They're good movies. They're fun.
Okay, no, they're not. No.
What movie do you watch? What movies do you watch?
Shazam.
Okay, you watched that because I made you, not because you went on. If you got free time, you got a free afternoon, you're like, I want to watch a movie. I want to throw something on.
I watch Attack on Titan to appease you. I
gotta be honest.
I watch stuff for you to appease you.
I gotta be honest. First of all, if you don't like it, don't watch it. Like, you don't have to appease me.
No,
It's fine.
I gotta
First off,
finish it now.
You don't have to.
Well, I do.
You literally don't.
I gotta figure out why there's titans in the walls.
You'll get there. Anyway, listen. I dub a couple scenes from the English dub again. How you put up with that shit for a year?
I'll tell you.
For a season?
I'll tell you this right now. I watched it in Japanese. It made no difference.
It is 100%
Nope. They still yell for no fucking reason at all. They're still as just as intense. It doesn't matter. It's the same to me. I'm gonna go right back to English because it's the same shit.
Okay, but have you heard the scenes side by side? Literally,
at least in English, I can like tune out when they're just speaking.
No, but the problem in English is Eren is this squeaky, whiny little bitch, and in Japanese he actually sounds like a man. Like he sounds.
But the words coming out of his mouth are just whiny little bitch.
But Jesus Christ!
How does it? What does it matter what he sounds like?
Because it sounds better. There's passion.
Things.
There's depth. There's things that you can hear.
There's no depth.
There is depth.
There's no depth to him just bitching up and doing whatever he's told. That's literally what he does. Like the last time.
What do you want him to do?
Here's the thing. You know what made me mad? So they're sitting in the back of that fucking wagon and they're like, "Oh, look, I got this crystal from the girl Titan. Oh, here's my plan. You could just use this and then seal the wall up." How is he gonna know how to do that? When did he now? How can he do that now? She didn't explain it all. She said, "Yeah, you could just do this now." And he's like, "Yeah, this is what we're gonna go do."
Okay.
When did he say he could do it? Are Titans not unique? Are Titans not unique? They can all do the same things now. Except Sasquatch climbed up the wall. Why does Sasquatch have the biggest body, the longest arms, and the tiniest fucking head? Dude's got a regular sized human head on a giant body.
I'm gonna explain it to you. First of all, you're saying things like the anatomy and what Titans can do has been established. Like, you know everything. Like,
exactly.
You don't.
But that's what she said. So she's just assuming that he can do it because the bitch can do it.
So why would that not be a thing? If you've seen two Titans that are almost the same, why would you not assume they have similar powers? Why would you not assume that one could do it and not the other?
Because she's done it and he hasn't.
Right. So the point is, so if you've never done something and I say, "Hey, do this," and then you try it and you can do it, that's kind of weird, right?
No, because Eren's a fucking moron when he's in Titan form. The only thing successful he's ever done is picked a big rock up and put it in front of a hole.
Which was so
not cool.
He's holding it up and he's all steaming and shit. It looks dope.
Cool. Nope. And then what did he do after that? Fucking died. He just Titan. Anyway,
the first time he'd ever used the
powers.
Let's
not do this because I can hate on this fucking stupid show all fucking night.
You gotta stick with it in.
I am. I'm watching.
No, in Japanese. Don't switch to dub. Don't switch to dub.
Read. So you can hate it while
you read Naruto.
Yeah, but at least Naruto is a good show.
Jesus Christ. It doesn't make sense. It's better in sub. If you have to watch it in dub, the dub characters, their voices make everything more annoying.
But in English and Japanese, they're both awful characters. Levi's just like this stoic fucking dickhead.
Yeah.
But like,
right, just like somebody else I know.
Yeah, except Sasuke would.
I meant you, asshole.
Oh, well, no, that's not true.
I meant you.
No.
Yeah, stoic dickhead.
At least I get things done and don't cry about it all the time.
Anyway,
I do my job. I know that.
So
nobody dies because of my stupid decisions. Remember when he literally got his entire team wiped out for no reason? Remember that? I do. I just watched it.
Which one?
Levi.
You talking about in the forest?
Yep. Whole team fucking dead to capture a Titan that ended up getting out and killing more people when they took her in town. Remember that? Yep, I do.
Okay, so
I do.
You just didn't listen to anything those people said the whole time, man?
I didn't care.
Because they were talking about how we have faith, and we lost.
You just gotta do what you're told and trust in us. All those people that were saying that, all of them are fucking dead. Every one of them. Except for fucking Wrangler. Wrangler is like, well, yeah, now you're just gonna do what you're told, because I'm Wrangler, and I tell you what to do. Me and Aaron over here, or Irwin, fucking Magic Johnson.
Irwin is
Johnson
a goat, first of all.
Magic Johnson and Wrangler are out here fucking getting a bunch of fucking people killed, and meanwhile I'm supposed to like them? Okay.
I don't think you're supposed to like Irwin.
I don't. So I call him Magic.
You're not, but because he's making difficult choices that regular ass people wouldn't make and can't make.
Getting a bunch of people killed for the end goal of getting more people killed. That's all he's done the whole time, the whole show.
No, the end goal is to find out what's out there, what's beyond the walls. Why are there Titans? Why is this shit happening?
Why have we not found out fucking anything?
Because it's hard to do. There's murderous monsters outside the wall. Scouts keep dying because they're monsters that these people aren't really prepared to fight.
Now they're starting to introduce a whole new slew of people that I see.
What new people?
All the new people, the new little fucking group of fucking, the ones that show up in the town like, oh, I live there, we gotta go there. We gotta go back to this town, that's where I'm from. And they show up and everyone's fucking dead.
They're not introducing you new people.
Yes, they did.
No, they're the people who've been here the whole time who are now getting.
Oh well, maybe
you're following a different part of the story. I'm sorry, you don't like storytelling. My bad.
Story. Nothing's really going on.
And also, are you talking about Connie and Sasha who go to their separate towns when the Beast Titan shows up? Is that what you're talking about?
Is that what their names are? Crying dude, the little midget crying guy. What's his name?
Armin.
No, the little midget guy. He's got my haircut, no beard, cause
Connie.
No, he's got a girl's name. That makes sense.
Connie's not.
Connie. Name one male Connie you've ever met in your life.
Fucking got him. All right. Anyway, I gotta write this movie down. You suck. You just.
No, this show sucks.
No, it doesn't. Dog, it's fine. I don't want you to watch it anymore. If you're just gonna,
all right.
If you're not even gonna really try
spoil it for me. How long am I gonna have to fucking wait before they finally get to this stupid fucking house and go on there and find out what's going on with the Titans? How long am I gonna have to see him looking at this stupid fucking key? He's like, we gotta get there. We got how many more times am I gonna have to find out?
Yeah.
I don't give a shit. How much
it's
longer?
It's like season 3.
Oh my fucking lord.
It's important, dog. It's
how long do I have to wait before I find out why there's Titans in the walls?
Yeah.
It's fucking whack as fuck.
It's not whack.
It is. I don't, and this isn't just this show, it's every show. I hate shows that do this where they introduce like a problem in like season 1 and they don't fucking solve shit until like season 4, and that's the only reason why you keep watching, and by the time you find out, you're like, great, I just wasted all this time for a stupid fucking reveal.
Can you give me an example?
This one.
It hasn't been revealed yet, so you don't know it's dumb. Give me a real
Most shows commonly, when they do this type of shit, they get canceled in season 1 because they don't answer anything. Lost is the dumbest show that's ever been.
I've never seen Lost.
Good. But you watch this fucking shit show.
It's not a shit show. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna binge watch it this weekend and understand. I don't understand why. For example, they didn't know the Titans were in the walls until the end of season 1. How do you expect them to know why?
It better be a good reason. It better not be something fucking dumb as shit like, well, that's how the walls were built with the power of the Titans. And no, I don't want to hear that bullshit.
So okay, but you have no bearing. Like, you're just assuming shit's dumb because you're mad from the jump.
Because Armin's still alive. If you killed Armin, I would be so much happier.
I got bad news for you, dog. Oh my god, I hate your stupid.
You know what made me mad? So all them fucking, the people that actually do stuff and not cry, they're all dead, right? The whole scout team, they all died.
I mean, there are definitely more scouts.
I'm talking about Levi's team. All of them, but fucking little crybaby Aaron. And little crybaby fucking Wranglers.
Aaron doesn't cry that much.
Wranglers. Do nothing Wranglers. He's still alive.
Who you calling Wranglers?
Levi.
Okay.
Wranglers. He's still alive. With fucking Magic Johnson. He got Magic, fucking Wranglers, and Aaron Rodgers. All alive, running around. And all the good people that actually did shit are dead. But here comes fucking Armin like, I'm so smart. You're not smart. You were smart, you'd fucking save people's lives, but you're not. You know what you're doing? You know what you do? You cry the whole time.
That's not true.
It is.
Nope.
He's cried every single time I've seen him on screen.
Nope. I don't know.
Even if it's not on the outside, it's on the inside.
Oh, dog, you are hating just.
I know a bitch
hate,
when I
bro.
see one.
It's my fault. It's my fault. I shouldn't have hyped the show. It's my fault. It's my fault.
Every other fucking person I've talked to about this show, except for one other guy that I got him to watch it, he says the exact same shit I do. Why? The whole show, why? He said he couldn't even make it through the first episode. It was terrible. Yep.
Listen, I don't understand what the problem is. The show literally starts with motherfuckers getting bit in half. Oh, well, that's interesting.
Yeah,
I wonder why that happened.
Why?
What do you mean, why?
They don't explain anything. Why are they there?
Jesus Christ.
Well, why are they there? They eat them, but not because they need to live, just because they eat them.
They're monsters.
No.
Why does that? So okay.
So hold on.
Okay.
So
Would the show be any fucking no?
If they had a motive.
If the Titans had a motive, if the brain dead monsters had a motive,
they're not brain dead. They're just 40-year-old balding white guys running around.
If the brain dead monsters had a motive, that is some excellent writing, folks.
Yeah. If they ate, that was the only food that they could eat. Yep. That's a dope ass freaking reason right there. But no,
because you see them eating a bunch of fucking carrots, right?
They just want to run in there. They just want to run in there and fucking and they're 14.
Yeah, they're kids.
I'm not rooting for a 14-year-old who should be in algebra class to save the world. Why does anime do that? Why can't we have like 19, 20-year-old people?
Like Levi.
Why does it gotta be like 13-year-old Scotty out there? Naruto was 16 years old and the whole leaflet was like, you got it, bro.
Yeah, at the end, yeah.
No, the whole time.
No, he started off at 10.
Bro, where were they all at when Orochimaru shows up and just dick out?
And also in Naruto, it starts off with Kakashi saves the day against Zabuza.
What character development? So
you've seen no character development through the whole show.
Who?
Literally,
Eren still cries, and
he's not crying anymore.
All the Titans got to die.
Yeah.
My mommy's dead. You're the only person that the fucking Titans have killed their mommy,
They're just
right?
giving
You're
you
the only
motive.
one.
They're just giving you his motive.
We'll do something with it.
He's become a Titan and is trying to take back the wall so he can figure out where the Titans come from. Why are they here? What does this mean? My dad knows what Titans are.
Where's he at?
Maybe we should probably figure that out, huh?
Well, season 4, episode 6. That's when he's going to show back up and be like, "Look at me."
Joke's on you. It's episode 4 of season 6. So
season 6,
season 4. Sorry, there's a season 6. This is the end of the season. Listen, it feels to me like you have, instead of like trying, you're just like, I don't like it, so I'm not even going to pretend that anything's good.
I'm going to stick with it because I want to know. I want to know the answers. Isn't that enough? I don't like any of the characters. I genuinely mean this. I'm not saying it to be funny.
Not even Mikasa?
No.
She's awesome.
No, she's just obsessed with Eren. That's it.
You saved her life, so like
a fucking long time ago.
So if I saved your life, you would just
paid him back already. Stop following his sloppy ass around. Why don't you go do your own fucking thing? You're clearly too good to be hanging out with Eren. You're too good to be hanging out with him. Fucking leave him alone.
You know, that's facts. Actually, she is pretty cool. Look, we gotta stop because we're just gonna bitch about this all day, and people are gonna be like, "Why are they still arguing about Attack on Titan? Is this the same episode from last week?" No, it's a different one.
Hey, I'm farther along in the show. Such a good show.
Anyway, so James Harden left the game on Monday night.
Good.
He pulled hammy or some shit. He checked out of the game. He only had 4 points. What that does is it breaks his double-digit scoring streak at 450 games. Kawhi is the next. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, LeBron has the longest streak of scoring in double digits at 1,036 games, consecutive games of double-digit scoring. Kawhi is second right now, and he is at 165 games.
So, is this where do you put this record at?
It's like Joe DiMaggio's hit record.
I mean, yeah. I was gonna say it's harder, but then you gotta remember how hard it is
to hit a baseball. Fuck no. The long I remember people get what was DiMaggio's 56?
56.
Okay, I remember people getting hyped at 25.
Yeah, you're halfway there, bro.
Halfway, and you have to do this against. And the other thing is, it's harder because pitchers are getting better. They rotate more. Like, you're just not. It's just not gonna happen. LeBron's double-digit scoring thing is on that level, but it's almost just how durable you are.
Yeah, you have to stay healthy.
Like, it's not hard for a good NBA player to score 10 points a game. What's hard is to do it for like literally since 2007, 2010, something like that, like a decade straight. It's just longevity, and that's what you could lend a longevity stat to.
That's a longevity stat.
Scoring consecutive, except when Jordan did it, it was like God or whatever. But anyway, the distance between Kawhi and LeBron is literally 871 games, or 5 more games than Michael Jordan's entire streak. That shit is fucking bananas to me, dog. Super crazy. Good for LeBron, obviously, but James Harden, that Nets team, dog. Can we?
KD came back, right? No,
Let's talk about it. Hold on.
And...
We gotta talk about this shit. Hold on. Matter of fact, give me 1 second. Turn this fucking fan on. Let's hop the bitch in here. Anyway, so Kevin Durant comes back. I had this on Bullshit Skip Bayless says, but you made a good point, so let's talk about it. He comes back. He scores 17 points. He's 5 for 5 from the floor. Woo. Kevin Durant, the greatest scorer ever, is 5 for 5. He's super fit. He gave you 17 points on 5 shots. He shot 11 free throws. Well, he shot 6 free throws, but I digress. Listen, super impressive-ish. But if you watch it, he had 6 turnovers in like 10 minutes or some shit, which is disgusting.
You could chalk that up to rust.
Sure, but did you watch him? Bro, he moved uncomfortable. He looked slow. He didn't look. He talked about how he was aggressive after in this press conference at the game. He's like, I attacked the game. Dog. He looked uncomfortable. He looked laboring. He was like, he didn't have any lateral explosiveness whatsoever. If he was going a straight line, he was cool. His first shot was, this is typical Kevin Durant. He came off a screen and hit a mid-range jumper.
Thank you, honey.
Like,
she said she likes the new screen.
Hey, thank you. I appreciate that. But yeah, so it's whatever. He played well, but also I expect Kevin Durant to be able to make 5 shots if all of them are wide open, and even most of them are contested. Like, it looks cool because 5 for 5 is a pretty cool. Like, he made all his shots, but he only took 5 of them. Right. 1 3-pointer, and he hit 5 free throws.
What, he only played like 15 minutes?
Yeah, he didn't play very much, and as he shouldn't. Obviously, you're getting back into shape. I'm not trying to like shit on him. The amount of dick sucking he got for making 5. He hit 4 mid-range baskets and a 3, and we're like, the best player in the planet is back, dog.
When I think of somebody attacking the basket, it's not jump shoot. It's not jump shots.
Or attacking the game in general. You're not. He's just
gotta get to the cup, son.
Nah, and that's not his. That's, again, not his.
You better be when you're 7 foot tall.
No, if you have an unguardable jump shot, use that to your advantage.
That's true, but again, you can't say you attack the game and not get to the rim.
He didn't.
Not when you could
the Nets
do
team,
it 2 steps from the 3-point line to the baseline.
And like, what do I want to say? The Nets team, like, so Harden's gone for probably like a month. They're gonna sit him. Kyrie's playing really well, but he's doing Kyrie things. He shoots the ball a lot and gets 3 assists a game. Like,
this whole net situation cracks me up.
People are hype. Dog, this Nets team is the reason guys like Blake Griffin. Blake Griffin's had a resurgence. Listen, Blake Griffin was never bad. He was the best player on a shit team.
Nobody's paying attention to him anymore.
Right. When your 5th option is Blake Griffin, well then, fuck. Obviously, he's going to look really good. LaMarcus Aldridge is going to bring defense and a more mid-range scoring because they need that.
Right.
You've got Joe Harris off the bench who can just rain threes. Like, the team is well put together, kind of. I think they're going to run into problems in their first series when they get down 0-1 and Harden, Kyrie, and KD got to figure out what order to go in.
You're kind of going to see like what it looked like the first year in Miami, where they're trying to figure out who's the guy.
I mean, even then, the first team, God damn it, the Miami team
going to the finals.
Went to the finals.
Miami's going, or the Nets are going to the finals. Who's stopping them? Please don't say the Bucks.
Philly.
No, hell
Philly.
No. Nope, because the real Ben Simmons is going to show up here in a little bit.
Ben Simmons doesn't have to do anything except play good defense. He'll guard KD.
Okay. Who's guarding Harden on that team? Who's guarding Kyrie?
Danny Green. Fucking Joel Embiid's gonna guard 4 of them. So.
No, by himself, huh?
Embiid.
He can guard the perimeter on a whole perimeter shooting team. Okay.
He's gonna guard the fuck out of DeAndre Jordan.
He's got DeAndre Jordan locked down, but here's a little secret for you. DeAndre Jordan locks DeAndre Jordan down.
Hey,
put him at the free throw line.
Okay, so we're gonna do that now. Andre Drummond, put him at the free throw line, right?
Hey, you ain't running the offense through Drummond, though.
That's true. You're not running through fucking DeAndre.
Get your ass down there.
Also, his first full game starting 15-12. The only thing when LeBron and AD are on the court that he needs to do is fucking 15-12. If he averages 15-12, it's a super solid addition.
It's a wrap, bro.
It's a super solid addition.
Because you know who I do feel bad for? Kyle Kuzma.
Dog.
Poor guy.
No, I feel bad. Fuck Kyle Kuzma. Because Kuzma can play on the perimeter.
Not only that, but
he's listed as a power forward.
He's so sometimes, man.
If he
I was
just
so
like
upset when they gave him all that money because I was like, why? The only reason now is because now you can trade them.
Okay, but here's my thing. I had said from jump I would rather the Lakers keep Lonzo than Kuzma.
Yep.
Their hinging point, they wanted Kuzma because they were like, oh, his 3-point shooting is better than Lonzo's. But the difference is Lonzo plays elite perimeter defense. At 6'6", he can guard 1 through 3.
And he can facilitate.
He's an amazing passer. And his 3-point, he now averages 38% from 3. Good enough. And he's better than Dennis Schroeder. Now, I understand why they let him go because they wanted LeBron to be point. Obviously, LeBron's a better point guard because he's the best point guard.
Run the
second team, exactly. Or even when he is on the court, they bring in guys like Rondo to run the second team, and LeBron can then play off the ball while Rondo's on the court. They did it all the time in the playoffs, super successfully. Lonzo Ball's better than them. Could they trade Kuzma to the Pelicans? Probably not. They're probably not getting another deal done with the Pelicans because they've been talking about trading Lonzo Ball. But Lonzo would have been so much better to keep as opposed to Kuzma, and I'd said it from jump.
You know what was funny was at the trade deadline, everyone was talking about how Lonzo needed to be traded, and they traded J.J. Redick.
They traded J.J. Redick.
He was pissed.
Yeah, because they said they were going to keep him in. He said, if you're going to trade me to the East so I can be on the East Coast with my family and stuff. Trade me to New York. Trade me to the fucking Nets. Trade me out there somewhere, please. And they said, no problem, we got you. And then trade him to Dallas. Like the opposite direction of where he wanted to go. Which is, okay, so that's left. Well, this is right. Anyway, they traded him where, Louisiana? Yeah, they traded him to the left. Anyway, point being, don't mind me.
They traded him the opposite way of what he wanted.
Which is kind of shitty. And what that does is when other players are like, hey, can we...
He's a free agent this year anyway, right?
He's going to retire, I feel like. I mean, he can put up threes forever.
He's probably going to go... He'll probably give it one more year with a contender, whether it be the Lakers or the...
Honestly, the Mavericks are kind of a contender. Kind of. Yeah.
Not as long as LeBron plays.
That's fair. I guess it depends on what you mean by contender.
And not only that, but like, what are you getting out of Porzingis?
I think he's playing decent this year.
Yeah, but for how long?
Yeah, that's true too. Because he stays injured too.
He's gonna play. Yeah.
The people, dog. Oh, the West is so much harder than it was last year. How? What teams are different in the West? What teams? What?
The Nuggets.
Okay, the Nuggets are significantly
better.
But
they haven't been better. They haven't been different all year.
Right. The Utah Jazz, same exact team as last year. They're hitting their threes as opposed to last year when they missed them.
Conley, right? They had Conley.
They had him last year. The fucking Suns added CP3. That's an improvement. Are they gonna win a game in a 7-game series against the Clippers or the Lakers? No. Are the Jazz? No.
Devin Booker's not enough to get you where you need to be. And apart from that, Aiden's not scoring like that, not especially not against the Lakers.
In a 7-game series, the Suns are not beating the Lakers or the Clippers. They're not. Yeah. Like, people, Brandon Marshall's a huge guy who, the Suns, CP3.
I don't like when he talks about basketball.
It's weird, right?
In your lane, bro. It's like when Nick Wright starts talking about football. Like, yeah, you kind of sound like you know what you're talking about, but you sound way smarter when you talk about basketball.
He does sound much better when he talks about basketball. I see what you're saying. However, I will give them... Well, not only this is their job, but I'll give them credit because they are going to speak about something they might not know 100%. And that's why people get mad at Shannon Sharp for talking basketball.
Yeah, but I was listening to him talk basketball. I don't remember what the take was, but I was listening to him and I was like...
He knows it. Like, he knows the game of basketball. And obviously... I think the reason it sounds different coming from Brandon Marshall and Shannon Sharp is because Shannon Sharp actually knows basketball. And Brandon Marshall is a guy who likes basketball like we do and talks about it like he knows it. That's where it sounds weird. And plus, Brandon Marshall does it. I don't know if any of you saw this, but on his podcast, More Than an Athlete, which, by the way, great podcast. It's him, Ocho Cinco, I don't know the other guy, and Fred Taylor, the former running back. And then they'll have guests on here and there. Like they had Cam on a couple weeks ago.
Andre Johnson not too long ago.
Andre Johnson was
on.
Talking
about him beating the hell out of Cortland
Fuck
Finnegan.
Yeah, he warned him too. But so the More Than Athlete.
What did he say? You're going to get into something you don't want to get into.
Yeah, and then he ripped his helmet off
to beat the shit out of him.
Punched the fuck out of him.
I never liked Cortland Finnegan.
No, because he was a prick.
And your name is Cortland Finnegan, and you have the balls to talk shit.
You better.
Yeah, that's why you got a chip on your shoulder because your mom named you Cortland.
Finnegan, goddamn. Anyway,
Finnegan's bad enough, but Cortland in front of
bro, it's a struggle.
Your mom,
but
your mom.
Definitely check out More Than an Athlete. Brandon Marshall also has a borderline personality disorder. So last week when he got super agitated and aggravated, he was arguing about contracts in the NBA. How NBA contracts are better than NFL contracts because in the NBA contracts are fully guaranteed. You sign on the dotted line, you will get every penny. Hence why giving guys like Chris Paul and Russell Westbrook $250 million who stay injured is a risk because you have to pay them they're getting all of their money every time. And he was arguing that that's not true. Well, a simple Google search and common knowledge will tell you every NBA contract. He was arguing that it's one.
Yeah, that's why when they sign these contracts, it doesn't say anything like the NFL. It says such and such money guaranteed. It doesn't say that because the whole thing is guaranteed.
Right, like the NBA says, like Dak got $120 million guaranteed, which means when he signs on the dotted line, he gets $120 million. But the contract's for $160. So there's workarounds and stuff in the NFL where you don't get all your money. Like teams can write in there, well, after 3 years, if you don't have this, and this, we can cut you, no penalty. It's what the Niners did with Cap. They gave him his big contract extension, and people were like, oh my God, it's super huge.
But after 3 years, it was pretty much for free.
Try to do shadow puppets. Anyway, same thing with Jimmy. When they after he came there, he was 5-0, and then they signed him like that next season, right? They gave him this huge contract, and then people like freaking out, and they can get out of it in 3 years, no problem, no penalty.
This is the last year we have to pay him, really. After that, we can pretty much walk away from him without.
Dog, everybody's saying you're taking Mac Jones, bro. Everybody's saying it.
Even Shannon Sharp said it. He said that he was talking about. I don't know. I didn't like his take. Speaking of Shannon, I know I was just giving him props, but his take was terrible. He's like, 13, 14 games as a starter. You match him up with any of the other quarterbacks in the combine with that many games. He's really good. I was like, yeah, but no.
Mac Jones?
Yeah.
No. See, here's the problem with Mac Jones, and the same people had the same problem with Tua. He had an NFL team around him in college. Like, what do you want me to do with that information? But see, so did Joe Burrow.
Mac Jones has to go out and not fuck up.
Mac Jones didn't trail in any game he played after halftime. So, like, that doesn't build character. That doesn't give me anything. And he's not. And Nick Wright said it on Colin Cowherd show. I don't know if you saw the take, but he was like, the 49ers and Shannon Sharp. What's your coach's name? Kyle Shanahan are mad because they have a quarterback who's limited athletically with a defined ceiling. This is as good as he's gonna be.
You want to go out and get another one that's the same
exactly who's limited athletically and a defined ceiling. The only thing
I'd rather you take a gamble on somebody like Justin Fields who at least can fucking move.
Right, man. Like it has a chance, and like I am still believing it's all smokescreen. I think there's no way they pass. If they don't take Fields, they'll take somebody like Trey Lance.
We'll do this here in a couple weeks. I know we talk. I know.
When's the draft?
The 20th. No. Later on. I think this is like the last
week in April.
Thursday in April. I think that that weekend before, I think me and you will do an official one. I think I jumped
all the trades that are in there.
I think I jumped the gun and did one a little early, but I think I was trying to pad our podcast that week.
That's cool.
But I think we should do like a real one that week. So I'm not really going to talk about that too much because I don't want to oversaturate because everyone's doing it. I think quarterback gets taken in the top 3 picks, especially with Darnold getting dealt to Carolina.
Oh, they were taking
which was a really good pickup by Carolina.
I think so. I think it's going to be.
I don't like the flack that fucking Darnold gets. I hate it.
He gets a lot of flack for being with a shit team.
Well, I think they look at his interception to touchdown ratio. Okay, all right, you want to look? Let's.
What was the offensive line he was behind?
Let's put this shovel in and dig a little bit deeper. How the fact that he's had 4 coaches?
Four
coaching changes.
One of them's Adam Gase.
He had the last rushing attack in that span.
Le'Veon Bell didn't average more than 2 yards a carry playing for them. And Le'Veon Bell,
Frank Gore last year.
Frank Gore is $1 billion, by the way.
That's what I'm saying. And then you had what was it? The last rushing defense.
And they traded his best weapon.
Defense. Yeah.
Just let his ass go.
Yeah, so I don't know.
No, he's got talent. He makes mistakes. Obviously, he's 23. He's still younger than Joe Burrow.
I think it was Colin that said it. He brought up a very valid point because I'm guilty of it too. A lot of the times if a quarterback doesn't succeed in his first job, a lot of us are just like,
you don't get a second one. Yep.
But like no, maybe that just wasn't the right system fit.
Yeah, and same thing with like Mitch. The difference between Mitch and Sam is Sam Darnold's clearly talented.
Watch the tape.
Mitch isn't.
I guarantee you give Darnold, if you put Darnold in that same situation in Chicago.
Allen Robinson.
Come on.
And pick a slot receiver. We got Darnell Mooney. We got Taylor Gabriel. We got Anthony Miller. We got slot receivers out the ass.
Yeah. I think
our running backs are better. Our line was better. Yeah.
The defense?
Yeah. And the Jets are ass. Hence why they have the second.
That's why all these I'm surprised. I am honestly surprised it took them that long. They must have finally made their mind up.
To take
the Jets.
Yeah.
Like they must not to take what one they were going to take. I think they were holding on to Darnold while they waffled their decision, and they were like, "Okay, this is what we're going to do. All right, go ahead, pull the trigger on the Darnold trade." Because I thought he was going to get traded way sooner than he did.
Yeah. How about this? Pick 1. Jacksonville Jaguars on the clock. Urban Meyer selects Justin Fields. What happens? I know you said it before.
Oh,
but
what happens?
What do you think
the
happens?
Jets fucking stumble on their way up there to pick Trevor Lawrence. Either that, or have you ever seen that movie Draft Day?
Yes. I love that.
Maybe
movie.
Trevor Lawrence free falls.
I
don't think that would happen. But
that would be cool, wouldn't it?
I would call you, and I would just. I wouldn't say anything. I just have you on the phone
until it happens.
Like, are you there? You just hear me breathing.
Dog, that would be freaking insane. Bo,
I will tell you this: if
was it Bo Dallas or is that a wrestler?
Bo something. He fell because old boy didn't take him because he didn't read the playbook. Right? That was what it was.
He didn't read the
Essentially,
playbook.
Jamarcus Russell did.
No, that and it was
lied.
He lied, and
About
the running
party?
back was the running back or the defensive end he took, who was like,
Defensive end.
watch the game again because everybody looks at the 4 touchdowns. Watch when I sack him. None of his teammates go help him up.
Before he got past that, before he got kicked out. Anyway, good movie. Go watch Draft Day.
Draft is fantastic, by the way. Draft is excellent.
That's a very crazy ride that movie is.
Yeah, I remember Mo told me to watch it, and I was like,
"All right, good movie. It's a really good movie.
I like it a lot."
In whatever world, if my stupid projection happens and he takes Justin Fields number 1, there's no way the Jets don't take him at number 2. Then, what do the Niners do at 3? Because there's no way they thought Zach Wilson would be sitting there. Does that change their plan at all?
It might.
And then the whole draft explodes because
the world, honestly, internet. Like we always talk about, like Kim Kardashian break the internet. Now people say break the internet because like that thing.
Puppy fell downstairs, and they say he broke the internet. It started like that, and then now it's just like the little dumb shit they say breaks the internet.
I think, for example, like Tom Brady going to the Tampa Bay, Twitter was broken for a few hours. Like that kind of shit. If Trevor Lawrence doesn't go number 1 after 4 years, 4 years, his senior year of high school, 4 years of him being number 1 overall pick, and then he doesn't get drafted number 1.
This is going to be the only year that I hope Clemson goes and wins the national championship.
Just because old boy?
Because he's gone.
Why?
I think that kid at Clemson,
he's going to be good. Ulali, he's going to be fantastic.
He's going to be better than Trevor Lawrence.
Nah, bro. He's not going to be better than Trevor Lawrence. But he might be. I don't know.
Some of them plays he was making in that Notre Dame game. Granted, they
that
lost,
kid looked so good.
Damn, bro.
Some of those throws, now, I will say, maybe
that could be a lack of tape, too.
Oh, yeah, definitely. That happens a lot, too.
Kid.
But
and they were so key. Notre Dame was so keyed on stopping the run.
Yeah, ETN.
And they did, too. They swallowed his ass up.
It till game 2.
Well, Lawrence was bad. He's the GOAT.
The way people talk about him. But let's move on here. Basically,
anyway, answer your question. Yeah, even if for whatever reason Urban Meyer shocks the world, the Jets, the clock.
The Jets are gonna fuck it up.
The clock doesn't even start, and they take Trevor Lawrence.
And unprecedentedly, we already are on our third pick.
The third pick at where San Francisco sits, it would be way more interesting than it is now. And it's
check it out. Trevor Lawrence doesn't go number 1. But the Jets are at number 2, so they wouldn't trade him. Never mind.
What are you talking about?
All right, how about this? Hear me out. The Urban Meyer takes Justin Fields 1.
Which there is still a part of me that thinks that's
it's not gonna happen, but it's funny to think about. Jets at 2 are like,
that's why no one's.
Why didn't they take him? We stick with Zach Wilson. Third pick in the draft comes up. It's the Niners. Obviously, they're not gonna take any phone calls, except for one. Bill Belichick calls.
Oh lordy!
And he says, "I will give you." He has 14 picks this year.
Give them all to me. You give all 14 picks, you can have. Yep.
No. I will give you my next 5 first-round picks. I will give you, which is 15 this year, and I'll give you my firstborn child, which is my defensive coordinator right now. You can have him.
No, there's no way. The only reason why I say no is because there's no way I'm giving Bill Belichick another quarterback.
No.
I would laugh and hang up. I'm like, there's not. You could offer to come and cut my lawn every week.
I'll tell you what, Kyle. I'll come coach your defense on the off days.
I'm like, no, absolutely not.
Dog, it would be so cool.
All of a sudden now, all the Niners defensive players want to go play for Bill Belichick.
Nick Bosa's contract's up. He's like, I'm gonna go to New England.
85-year-old Bill Belichick knows what the fuck he's doing. How much longer do you give Bill? He got to be 68.
Nah, he's in his 70s.
I was gonna say, yeah, that's Nick Saban, right? Nick Saban.
Yeah, Nick Saban's old too. He was talking about when they asked him originally, he might be only 68, but he said he didn't want to coach into his 70s. And then it was like a back and forth in the season. Tom Brady's like, I'll play till I'm 45. Bill's like, I could coach till I'm 70 now, even though previously he said he wouldn't. Then Tom Brady's like, I might have 5 more years in me, and Bill's like, I'll coach till I'm 75. Like they just kept going back and forth.
I tell you what is, I think what happens now is now that Tom won a ring without him. I just extended Bill Belichick's career.
I'm gonna shit on it now, and we'll talk about it. We'll wrap it up. We'll come back at the end because it's on Bullshit Bill says. Did you see Tom Brady's Instagram post?
The Star Wars?
No. So no, the Star Wars ones were shit. But Tom Brady posts on Instagram.
We're on a winning team.
I'm mad Kylo even asked your bitch ass.
That's because that's not the real Kylo. You think Adam Driver would have cut his fucking head off? Shout out to you, Adam. Mishawaka guy.
Darth Big Nose. That's what my uncle calls him.
Not to his face.
No, obviously. So Tom Brady posted on Instagram. He was at I don't know where he was in the world. Someplace rich people go when they're on vacation.
Probably with Carmen Sandiego. Shout out.
Where in the world is she? Anyway, so he walks up to this big ass fucking pillar thing. It's shot in black and white, and he goes, "They said 7 was impossible." And he like goes on this spiel. He was talking about how like I never dreamed I could do this, and he's standing in this fucking pillar thing, and apparently the monument is called 7, and he's like looking up, and he holds up 7. He's inside this fucking statue thing, and the camera's panning, and like all this fucking.
Skip had the camera.
He signs a football. It's got his name. It's got a big number 8 on it after Brady. He's like, 7's cool, but I'm on to 8 now. And he walks out of the fucking thing. It's fucking horrible. It's trash. The whole thing is just. But if any other fucking Michael Jordan didn't have to tell people they were haters, he just showed up and did the shit. Like, but for Tom Brady, y'all just suck him up, right? He's the fucking GOAT, right? I hate him. Anyway, we're gonna talk about that later.
You know, there is a severe chance that team repeats, right?
No. Nope.
The only thing that's going to derail that team is injuries, and I'm talking.
I'll put it up this year. Last year, I'm upping it. Last year, I said if Tom Brady wins the MVP, I'll buy a Tom Brady jersey. This year, mark it down. Episode 76 on April 10th. If Tom Brady and the Bucks repeat, I'll buy a Tom Brady Bucks jersey and I'll wear it on the podcast. Visually, y'all can see it and confirm it. You hear me? One viewer. No.
Oh man, I really hope.
Nope, I'm putting it out there right now. No way in fuck are they repeating. Nope. Because if they do, not only will I have to spend a lot of money, but I will be very sad.
I want to be in the room when you tell your wife you have to buy a Tom Brady jersey. Matter of fact, we might have to tell her on air that you gotta buy one just to watch her face.
But
you don't have to be on camera if you don't want. You gotta stand right there.
I was gonna go get our display case today, but I didn't want to. Tony couldn't go, and I was like, I don't want to drive that far by myself. And my wife was like, well, I want to come with you.
One way by yourself
to Fort Wayne?
Yeah.
Is it farther than that?
I don't know.
It's far.
I've lived here all my life.
I feel like it's like an hour and a half one way, but I was like, I don't really want to go. My wife was like, well, I really want to go with you and help you pick it out. So like maybe we can go when I can go. And I was like, when are we gonna go? She's like, I don't know, someday. And I was like, fine, whatever. So anyway.
Question mark.
To be determined. Speaking of question marks, by the way, if you don't play Monster Hunter, you should. Monster Hunter Rise, really fun game on the Switch. Super fun.
Is that what you're doing?
Yeah. I've been playing like you know why the league isn't advancing because I'm playing Monster Hunter. I have
my whole life when they gave away Final Fantasy VII Remake for free, my whole life stopped.
Yeah, to play that.
I burned up 40 hours of my life into that game.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
I never thought I was going to be good at those like sword fighting type of games.
I should have downloaded it, but I just was too lazy and didn't download it. And
It's
I'm
a very good game.
I like
If
that
you
they
played
changed
the
the
original-
combat to that.
See, I'm a sucker for it. I grew up playing turn-based.
Yeah. And see, it was weird. I don't like turn-based combat like Final Fantasy, but I really like Pokemon. Make it make sense. I don't know.
It's different. Pokemon's always been turn-based.
So it's Final Fantasy.
Whereas combat game, but combat games not always, not everything. You know, you got like what was that game that you played growing up with the Japanese?
Oh,
samurais?
Dynasty Warriors?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you got games like that.
Yeah,
that are
because
the
I
same.
definitely felt like Final Fantasy would be more fun like Dynasty Warriors.
No, it's not though.
I know it's not. I'm just saying I love Dynasty Warriors. That's my guilty. Like, low-key, I'll go throw in Samurai Warriors 4 right now and just cut up a bunch of people.
My wife said that we should let her and your wife design this. So apparently we suck.
Okay, first of all, Miss Alyssa, I'm not no shade to you. I did do it by myself.
I did not help. I will say that.
So you'll see. Let me see. Above my head. God damn it! Inversion. Above my head, right here, are Harry Potter things my mom made, and I like the way they're hung up. The Gryffindor ones out of frame.
Space Jam.
We got Space Jam over here.
There's a bunch of stuff you can't see over there.
Here, I'm gonna fuck it up, but you can see my. See, now I got a few. There's some Superman, some Goku over there. So yeah,
we're not done.
It's not done. It was just a rough draft. I did most of it in the middle of the night.
This is our second one. Hello.
Also, yeah, it'll improve. Like, for example, the desk we're using, literally knee height. That's why I keep knocking your faces all around the place. I'm sorry for that.
Get it. You gotta keep them on their toes.
No, you gotta be ready for the motion blur. There's gonna be improvements made, obviously. Alyssa, my wife, did suggest a couple things. We're gonna redo the posters I hung up. She's gonna help me take them down and put them in like a nice.
We know our lighting sucks.
Yeah, I gotta work on that too. I want to put shelves up. We got a lot of work to do, but also I really wanted to start streaming. So
she said you did a good job.
Thank you. I really appreciate that. Honestly, for not using any measuring tools, I just fucking hung them up.
I'm not gonna lie. If you would have seen some of the shit that I did in my house, decoration wise, you'd be like, I did a killer job. Because mine were crooked.
There's one. They're really straight, which I'm really happy with. They're really fucking level for doing an eyeball. There's one big gap because I started the wrong way. I started from the top.
Okay.
Instead, so that's why those two are in line. But then I didn't know how I wanted, and also I was by myself. Like, so I was just fucking winging it.
You know what I pictured it? Remember, have you ever been writing like a happy birthday sign?
Yes.
And you start really big?
Yes. Do you know what I call that? My fucking life. My handwriting's so fucking big. I have to I'll get this going on where I'm fucking sideways down the fucking thing.
Yeah. H-A-P.
Like, I'll be introduced to myself as Mr. and then it would be Renner and it would like have to bend down the side of the chalkboard and shit. They're like, so you can't be a teacher if you can't write your fucking name.
I can, but let me try again.
So yeah, I definitely have a lot of work to do. I appreciate you calling that out though. I want to display a lot of cool stuff in here, but
like we said when we first last week, give us a chance.
Yeah, it's temporary. We'll get there. It'll be really cool. I hope. Hopefully we can. I'm really happy this worked. By the way, I'm glad you guys can see the green and the
We were panicking before
last week. It was not. I could not figure it out, and then I fucking did a simple Google search and we figured it out today. But anyway, hey. And like you can see, oh look, our latest follower, Miss Alyssa. Shout out to you, by the way. Tony, why don't you follow us so that you can fucking see your name down here, bud?
Jerk.
God damn it. Anyway, let's move on to Bullshit Skip Bella Says, our favorite subject of the week, where we talk about.
Do you think people enjoy this as much as we do? I don't know.
I'm gonna be honest, from the stuff I've
got
back.
I feel like we're like the catty like soccer moms.
No, okay. You just call me a cat.
Hold on. We're sipping mimosas, just bitching about things that we hate in life. Just sans mimosas. Just no mimosa. You know what? From now on, mimosas.
I'll tell you what. I got orange juice. I got the orange juice part of the mimosa.
Can we
skip the champagne? Definitely. We'll just drink.
We'll
orange
just
juice.
sip it like there is shit. Ooh, bubbles.
That was spicy. But anyway, I if you guys really don't like it, I'm sorry. You're gonna have to deal with it. It's my favorite thing to do. Mostly because I want a record.
Somebody needs to call him on his bullshit.
That, and I want a record for when he does come out and say LeBron James is the GOAT. I've been bullshitting you this whole time. We have proof that we've said that before.
So we're just gonna we're gonna hire somebody to go through and collab all of the shit that we've said about Skip into one montage, and we're not even gonna record that way. We're just gonna play it. Here you go. Fucking told you it was gonna happen.
Oh boy, whoever has that job, I'm not gonna lie to you. Those first few episodes are rough with a capital R. So yeah, I'll pay you good money for it though. I'll pay you good money for that.
How about a crisp high five?
Yeah, anyway, that's my favorite thing to do. Deadpool, by the way, shout out to
I
him.
need to watch those movies again. It's been a while.
I haven't seen the first one in a long time. The second one is I've seen it
You
twice.
just turned that guy into a fucking
Kebab.
kebab.
She said this was a romance movie. Turned that guy into a fucking kebab. He's like, he got a whole son of a bitch. And everybody feared the mighty T-Rex. Bro, when I tell you, I've never laughed harder at a movie than that movie in theaters. I was crying, actual tears. And apparently, allegedly, when I went and saw it with her roommates because they were gonna go see it. She had homework, and I was like, "Babe, I want to go watch it again." She's like, "Go watch it." So I went with them. According to them, I like stood up and cheered. That's bullshit.
Oh no, that is not. When we went and watched the Kong movie, this guy jumped out of his seat. When the fucking when they were on the island and that big fucking spider thing came walking across.
Yeah, shit was
And
scary.
you stood up and you were like,
I was done, dog.
yeah, fucking no.
No, dog, I don't fuck with that. I'll tell you, okay, listen, it's happened a couple times. Listen, if you don't know, now you do. I'm half black. So there's a stereotype around.
No, fuck that. You're a very animated person.
Why, though? I'm loud, okay? I'm loud. Listen.
Who you are as a person?
So the first time I remember it happening was 2014. Godzilla came out. I took my brother, surprised him on a trip to Fort Wayne, and we watched it in IMAX 3D. Me, my brother, and my wife.
Do that sometime.
It's so fucking
I've
cool.
never been. I've never been. Wait, what?
You gotta go. It's so much fun. I'm gonna look it up.
We gotta pick a good movie to go do.
Yeah. So obviously Godzilla's a damn good one. But so my wife, my brother, and I went. At the end of the movie, not that part. It was when he's fighting the Muto when he first gets into town, and it's right after the scene, you know, the lantern scene where he comes out of and he roars. He's like fighting there, and then his tail glows blue for the first time. I stood up because as a kid, Godzilla's fire breath was so sick.
You know what made me mad about that movie? They literally closed the blast doors on a fight. Remember when the doors close?
Oh yeah.
I was like, what are you doing?
Yeah, they did.
That's why I'm here.
The first one was rough, I admit, but when his tail it went and it like lit up his back, I was like, yeah! And my wife's like slouching her seat. She's like, son of a bitch.
When you did that, I was like.
And the other time was, spoiler alert, Harry Potter episode 7.
Don't you do it?
Well, I said spoiler alert. If they don't want to spoil it for a 12-year-old, 15-year-old
I wanted to hype it up.
All right, anyway. The fucking Bellatrix is in the school. She's fighting, and Molly Weasley's like, "Not my daughter, you bitch." I was like, "Oh!" I was hyped as fuck. And I wasn't the only one who stood up in that theater. There was another person in the middle of the seats who did it too.
So,
my wife was also there for that one.
Can I do the opposite for you? When I went and watched episode 8 of the movie that shall not be named, me and a guy named Jordy Cakes. Shout out to you, Jordy.
Jordo. Hey, shout outs. The Hokage.
He sat here for you guys. He sat here, and then this lady sat over here. So we're sitting there, and actually it's the opposite. Anyway, it doesn't matter. She was so giddy about this movie, like she kind of reminded me like of Kay, and somebody we know, and like she was like, and I was like, this fucking movie.
At Last Jedi.
I was like, I want to karate chop. But I kept like leaning over to Jordan like, this fucking bitch. And it's like I was like, stop.
The only thing in Last Jedi we're seeing is the hyperspeed to the ship. That's one of the coolest shots in any movie ever. That in IMAX would have been fucking sick. And the rest of the movie's hot cross buns. Listen.
Hot cross buns?
Hot cross. On the recorder?
Hot cross buns?
Yeah, you didn't play that on a recorder as a kid?
I didn't. I've never played a recorder. There's a lot of things a lot of kids got to do that I didn't get to do.
That's because you're too old.
Did you have the fake baby?
Yes. I took that.
Ours were broken my semester, so I didn't have to do it.
So, I got two stories. First of all, so I didn't want to take health class in high school. I already took it in middle school. I know what it's about. I don't want to do the sex ed. I'm done with it. I'm not taking health. So my grandma, who was a counselor, was like, well, technically, because health is a requirement, technically, you didn't have to take health if you took 4 home ec classes. home ec.
All them home ec classes, and you still can't cook.
First of all, I can cook like a motherfucker. Shut your mouth.
PBJ don't count. Dad.
Horse shit. What do you? I'll whip you up something right now. What do you want me to cook? I cook chicken. I make mashed potatoes. I make
instant mashed potatoes and chicken nuggets don't count.
I make real chicken. Don't you fucking do that. I do in fact make instant mashed potatoes, but I can cook a real ass chicken.
But the way you said it with a straight face, mashed potatoes.
Nobody
mac
beats.
and cheese.
Hey, first of all, my fucking Cinnamon Toast Crunch cereal is undefeated. Ask my kid. She fucking loves it.
It's because he puts the milk in after, not before.
Yeah, I
People
know.
put milk in before. What?
I am cool, Tony. Thank you for saying that, my guy. I am very cool. Thank you. Also, you see me cook. Fuck off. I cooked you food.
What, microwaving a hot dog?
I cooked him the chicken before.
Was it chicken?
Crispy chicken dog.
Was it chicken nuggets?
Tony, I'll cook you something right now. Let's go. But anyway, second story is for the baby class that you see. Hey, dog, I do cook for you. Why did it show up in two different places?
I don't fucking know.
Anyway, Tony, whatever you did on your second comment there.
What's your favorite seasoning? My wife wants to know.
My favorite seasoning. I really like parsley. I use a lot of garlic. If you want to count that as a seasoning, garlic's my shit. Oregano is good depending on. I used to put oregano on eggs a lot. Oregano on eggs is really good.
I'm very proud of you that you didn't say a stereotypical black seasoning like Lowry's or something.
Oh no,
You'd have made yourself look very just straight out of a stereotype.
That's really cool. How to do that? I would like. Dog, look at that. Hi. Favorite seasoning? I really, like I said, garlic. Paprika is really good. It has a smoky flavor to it. Every now and again, you'll get.
Bro, I don't have one. I'm just like, I opened my cabinet and I'm like, bruh.
Well, see, and here's the thing. I was looking, actually, speaking of spices, I was looking at the aisle for the spices. I was like, dog, I need to buy some because, like, I don't have a whole lot. I've only got a few odds and ends, but thank you for asking. Shout out to you. But anyway, second story on the fucking baby thing. So I get the baby right. We have school Wednesday. We don't have school Thursday, and we don't have school Friday. It was like a weekend, but we had a football game on Friday. So I take the kid home on.
What did you have to do with the baby while you had a football game?
I was gonna give it to somebody. I think we had school on Thursday. Maybe we didn't have school Friday, but we had a game on Friday. That's what it was.
Put it in your locker.
I think I would have failed. But anyway, so Thursday night, right? I take the kid home on Thursday. It literally cried the whole night. It didn't stop crying at all. So I had to call my teacher because we didn't have school. I called her. I was like, look, I haven't had any sleep. We have a game tomorrow. Can you? So in the morning, I went over. It was still crying. I got to school at like 8 o'clock. She used her special teacher key, turned the baby off, and then I went home and slept for a few hours. And then we had a game that afternoon, and she gave me a passing grade because the baby was malfunctioned. I got an A+. Fun fact.
Good thing for you for staying up all night.
I tried, man.
I bet your mom almost shook it.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. The babies they give you, not the same as a real baby. Fun fact.
Yeah, you could just.
The real baby's way harder, but different. Because I actually like the baby I have, as opposed to the one that was a toy.
Not only that, but like they're really, apart from a failing grade, there really is no ramifications for shaking that baby. Whereas if you shake your real baby, it's gonna fucking die.
I do love that baby. She's awesome.
Prison versus an F. Which one's worse?
I was like, where's he going? I see what you're saying with the grades. Anyway, Bullshit Skip Dale says we're back on that shit.
What a tangent. It's like a roller coaster ride. Strap in, ladies and gentlemen.
Anthony Davis could be back in 10 to 14 days, and LeBron James back in 3 weeks?
No, that was bullshit.
That's just now!
No, I don't believe that. He just put something on his Instagram teasing his return.
Yeah, he said, be ready. There's a storm coming, which we're going to get to, comparing athletes who post things that are stupid. All right, first up. So, if you didn't know, Aaron Rodgers hosted Jeopardy this last week, and he's going to host it for like
a month. He looked like a nerd. Yeah. But like in a bad way.
Yeah.
Excuse me, not nerd. He looked like a dork.
Yeah, because we're the nerd.
Yeah, he looked like a dork.
Flexing nerd. Yeah, he with his hair slicked over. Why didn't he come out looking cool and suave?
I never thought he could be more punchable, but that guy.
So anyway, point being, he was hosting Jeopardy. He's gonna be hosting Jeopardy for like a week or two or a month. I don't know. They film ahead. I don't know how many he's gonna do. Yeah. Point being, he claimed, I think, as a joke. He was like, I watched tons of film. I took tons of notes. I want to be super prepared for this. I really wanted to nail it.
Yeah, he studied, like he said, he studied Alex Trebek and all that.
How many hours of Jeopardy do you need to watch to be good at Jeopardy? hosting Jeopardy? 6.
They feed you your lines, right?
But
I mean,
don't know.
obviously, Alex Trebek was different because he did it for so long. He probably.
But what I'm saying is, he didn't really study like he was studying for a game or some shit.
Sure as hell didn't study versus the Bucks.
Anyway, so according to Skip, Aaron Rodgers studied harder to be the Jeopardy host than he does football games, and that's why he only has one Super Bowl and Tom Brady has 7.
How much of his lack of rings do you blame on him versus how much do you blame on
At
the
least 2.
organization?
At least 2, because that
last year, I mean, they wouldn't have beat.
They wouldn't have beat the Chiefs, but
they would have been in the Super Bowl.
So, I will
He's
say
been to 2, right?
That's one and 1.
Aaron Rodgers was 1-1. Is 1-0
against the Steelers, right? He went to the Super Bowl against the Steelers and won. Ben's been to 3, right? He's
there
won
you
2.
go. That's where my confusion is.
Ben's won 2, right? He won his first one.
Yeah, he won
with the bus.
He won 2 early on.
He won the San Antonio Catch game.
Yep, against the
Arizona in 09.
Against,
and then in 10, they went back and lost, or 10 or 11, they went back and lost to the Packers.
Who the hell did the Steelers? Who? Doesn't matter. I'll think about it.
But anyway, Aaron Rodgers did not study like he does for an NFL game to host Jeopardy.
He might have watched like 1 or 2 episodes to just like
He didn't watch. Tony, dog, you won't get kicked out. No, hold on. I'm about to ban him. Hold on.
Don't ban him.
I'm banning him. Watch this shit. I'm gonna remove this shit. Watch. I'm gonna ban him. How do I ban?
Don't ban him.
How do we ban? It's time. How do I time him out? How do I get him? He can't comment for like 10 minutes or some shit. Hold on. How do I do this? Oh no! I gargled it. Folks, I gargled. Hey, you guys didn't see any of that. You're lucky I don't know how to use these yet, Tony. I'll fucking ban it. Anybody says Tom Brady's go 5-minute timeout. Can't comment 5 minutes. That's what it's gonna be. I'm gonna figure it out. Watch.
That's aggressive.
Nah, fuck him. Not Tony. Tom Brady. I like Tony. Fuck Tom Brady. But anyway, that's terrible. You really think that?
I will say this. In Aaron Rodgers' career, I think a lot of people, again, they try to blame the quarterback and the quarterback position all the time. But that Packers organization has never really tried to. The only time Aaron Rodgers played
with a watcher. Hey,
with the top,
you think you're immune?
The only time Aaron Rodgers had a top defense, he won
the Super Bowl. Yeah, and Tom Brady's won a few of those. All right, we talked about that.
You know why? Defenses win championships.
Okay, so James Wiseman came out this last week and said him and KD text every day. They talk every day. He talks to Kyrie every now and again, getting tips, getting pointers, learn about the NBA. Right? Skip says MJ would have never done that. Yeah, because he's a dick. This motherfucker here.
We know. I'm the same way.
That's actually half our podcast.
Why do you think I'm so critical about Attack on Titan? Makes you guys mad.
No, we're not gonna do that. I'm gonna fucking anyway. Hold on, I lost it. It's not up to KD and Kyrie to help the younger generation. He should figure it out on his own.
Whatever. The problem is you got that old man mindset of.
You're not immune to being mad. What the fuck are you talking about?
You got that old man mindset, that old school NBA mindset where players don't talk to each other. That's not the case anymore.
But also it's a cool thing. Like, that's super cool that KD and Kyrie are willing to.
He bans you. You can't buy it.
It's my fucking show.
It's his house.
What the fuck you mean?
No, but
hey, Tony. Speaking of the decorations I got hung up over here, Tony supplied the frames.
Thanks, fella.
Appreciate it.
Today's NBA is different, and especially now. I don't want to say as an older player, it's your responsibility to take these guys under your wings.
Responsibility is the wrong word.
But if you do it, I respect you as a player.
Yeah,
more, even though it's Kyrie, I don't fucking like it.
But like if they're on your team, like if LeBron's coaching up Kuzma or whatever, that's cool.
Oh, you don't like it?
No, I do like it. I'm fine. I'm fine with it. I'm just saying, like, if new kid comes into the league, or like when the people said he doesn't look, LaMelo doesn't look up to LeBron or whatever. I am grateful. I just fucking said thank you, Tony. Oh, you're getting real close to that 5-minute timeout.
So what's Skip saying? That
he's saying that KD and Kyrie. How does other people feel about them on their own team? Him building up somebody to stop them.
They don't really have any young dudes on that team to do that.
I don't listen, dog. I'm just telling you the
bullshit.
How cool
is that a team on another fucking coast or players on another coast are
And especially you're talking to
win.
KD, who worked in the system for a few years.
If I was in the NBA, man, I would want the next generation to be just as successful as I was.
Of course, if not more, because
Exactly.
then
And if I can pass on the information.
Listen. I didn't. Okay, I said ban. I mean timeout.
He was just trying to figure it out, but I don't think he figured it out.
I didn't.
I didn't.
I don't want to ban you. I want to time out. So what it means is, I can edit. What does this do? I don't want to edit that. Okay. I'm gonna figure. I think I can.
Dog.
I'm gonna fucking figure it out.
Dog.
Ooh, Tony. If these 3 dots did something, you would be all sitting there typing away, and nobody would know what you were saying. Anyway, I think it's cool that they're helping him out, and Skip's an idiot for Michael Jordan would never. Again, Michael Jordan's a dick. He's a bad example.
Exactly. He legit punched his own teammate in the face. Like
chest. He punched him in the chest. Let's not make him.
You still punched him.
I got nothing.
You know what I mean? Like people always talk shit about the way Kobe talked to his teammates in practice and all that, but he never put his fucking hands on anybody. He did say one of the rudest things to Jeremy Lin I think I've ever heard teammate say when he said, "Yeah, you shoot that, you fucking bitch," and I was like,
Kobe?
Yeah, you never seen that clip?
Yeah, I have.
Hold him. You can't do that.
Zach don't know shit. That's facts, actually. That's fun fact. Don't know anything.
Behind the scenes secret. Neither one of us.
We might appear sometimes, but we don't know anything.
Pretty good at making it sound like we know shit, but it's a
fucking act.
Good
Pro Football Focus.
Bip
Scalise is back on his shit again.
Bip.
He says the Cowboys have the best wide receivers in the NFL. Just receivers, not including tight ends.
I mean, that's a good trio.
It is a really good trio.
It's a good trio.
But I'll take Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, and AB over them.
Yeah, but AB's still floating in the ether right now.
Yeah, but I mean, he might sign there. Best, I'm not saying they're not a great core.
Who's the quarterback?
Dak.
Is he healthy?
Yeah.
Like, is he going to play next year?
Yeah.
Okay, then yeah.
Best?
Right now?
You're saying best receiving core in the NFL?
Right now?
Yeah.
Got to be top 3. Right?
Amari Cooper only plays in half the games. Michael Gallup does one thing well. CeeDee Lamb's going to be really damn good. But
you can't double team any one of them because the other two.
Sure.
I will say.
I just don't like Bip hyping up his own team.
I will say this. Those 3.
It's damn good.
But those other 2, Gallup and Lamb, that takes less pressure off of
Amari
Cooper, but that also means he needs to produce more.
But he doesn't.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying.
I think Cooper's overrated and overpaid. CeeDee
Lamb's
going to be really good. But CeeDee Lamb had some drops. They
paid that man off the first year he was there.
They paid that man off the first year he was there, and they didn't want him to go to Washington because that was the next team he was going to go to.
Why?
That's what they signed him specifically. They gave him what he wanted because Washington was going to sign him for that money. Because he was a restricted free agent.
Well, whatever.
Anyway, Bip.
Bip, we know you, Bip.
All right. So Skip and Shannon were arguing about the top 25 or under players in the NBA.
Okay.
ESPN put out a list. I believe Luka was 1 and Zion was 2. I think is how that would go.
I don't know. LaMelo was a little high.
LaMelo was like 3rd.
Yeah, bro.
Or some shit. That's way too high. Over Devin Booker, over Donovan Mitchell, like
people that again, no disrespect. LaMelo is way better than I thought he was going to be. Way better.
Respect to you for admitting that.
Way better. And to me, honestly, right now, the way he sits, he might be as just the few games that he's played as good as his brother is now, just because of the impact that he has on that Hornets team. I'm telling you, bro.
But Lonzo plays so much better defense.
Yeah, but offensively, like the kid comes out and just balls.
They play very similar, and that's why I don't understand why LeVar would want them to play together.
But he's not. I'm not taking him over Luka.
No, fuck no, or Zion.
Yeah, hell no.
But anyway, there are. Let me see here. So Skip said there has never been a more dominant 20-year-old than Zion Williamson.
Okay, go on.
See Magic Johnson winning the finals his first year in the NBA.
And playing out of position.
Yeah, at center. And then Skip then says LeBron's first finals that he went to, that team was pretty good. They had Zydrunas Ilgauskas. He literally said the team was pretty good. Those were his exact words.
That was the second worst team I think that's ever made it to the finals behind or it might be neck and neck with that 76ers.
The 76ers team was bad. It was really
And
bad.
that right there, by the way, just to throw a little in there, that's why, because for some reason, people want to talk about Kyrie's better than Allen Iverson. No, the fuck you're not.
No.
See what happened when AI was by himself in Philly, right? Then see what happens. See what happened when Kyrie was alone in Cleveland.
Well, see, and here's the other thing.
A lot of first round picks.
Kyrie
finals
Irving
appearance. And Allen Iverson got a game on one of the best duos of all time.
Facts. I will say this. Kyrie Irving is more talented than AI. He is not a better basketball player than AI. Those are different things. Because Kyrie...
What's he do better than AI? I'm sincerely asking.
Shoot,
He
dribble,
I'll give him.
finish.
He shoots better than AI, but dribble?
Yes.
You remember when he put Jordan on skates?
We're talking about one highlight.
They had to change the entire rules because he crossed Buddy up. That whole crossover was no longer illegal after AI did that shit. Yeah.
So they made it legal?
Illegal.
People cross over all the time. The carry, they don't call that in the NBA.
Yeah, not anymore. They don't call anything anymore.
You're right. AI, I'm not shitting on AI. AI is a better basketball player
AI shits on Kyrie.
than Kyrie. Yes. Kyrie is more talented. He has more abilities. He's a bigger athlete. He's maybe not more explosive, but he's a bigger athlete. He can shoot more. His ball handling skills are better. Those are talents that he has. I am not saying he's a better basketball player. He is more talented. He's a more gifted athlete.
Facilitate.
Neither did AI. AI was also 6 feet tall. Kyrie's at least 6'2", 6'3".
I'm taking AI every day.
I'm not saying you shouldn't. I'm saying Kyrie's more talented. I'm saying there's a difference. AI is not more talented. No, he's not. No, he's not.
Put him tit for tat on that fucking 76ers team. I'm saying
no.
If he's more so he's more talented, but he's not better at basketball. Explain yourself.
Okay, you can have more God-given ability, but if you don't work and try and grow your talents, you're not gonna
AI
exceed.
didn't change at all in his time.
Okay, how about this? AI, when he lost a step, that was it. He went to being a bench player immediately.
Yeah.
Kyrie's not going to do that.
Yeah, because you can't justify how much you fucking pay.
No, because he can shoot better. That's a skill. That's a talent he has. He shoots better. You can't argue that.
But
he finishes at the rim better. Left hand, right hand, 1 foot, 2 foot, no look. Kyrie Irving is he's the best below the rim finisher ever in the NBA.
You know, it's not your fault. You were too busy watching LeBron growing up.
Doug, I'm not. Listen, you can be, like, for example, all time, people say...
I will give it to you that Kyrie will play longer. But...
AI would not roast him because AI doesn't play defense. AI's defense and Kyrie's defense, same thing.
He set the record for the most steals in an NBA playoff game.
So in one game.
In 10.
And we all know that steals are a sometime stat. You just gotta be fast. It's not...
I know AI played more defense than fucking Kyrie.
Yes. But he's smaller than Kyrie.
He
cannot ball handle with Kyrie Irving.
Yes,
No, he cannot. No, he can't, bro. No, he can't. No, he can't. Kyrie Irving's ball handling is fucking crazy. You've never seen anybody who can handle the ball like that.
It's like this, then. It's not like this, like you're trying to say. It's like this, bro. Allen Iverson was crazy.
No, the reason we think AI is crazy is because the first. Kyrie's ball handling is AI on steroids. AI was the first, so it's like, whoa, that shit's crazy. But the stuff Kyrie does on a daily basis is way above AI.
1-on-1, it's like 11-6.
I'm not saying it's a wash. Again, you're not hearing me. Allen Iverson plays the game of basketball better than Kyrie because he facilitates better. He can think faster. He knows where players are going to be.
He doesn't
hence his defense. That too. But Kyrie Irving has more God-given ability than Allen Iverson. That does not make you a better basketball. For example, all time, people think Bill Russell is better than Wilt Chamberlain. However, Bill Russell is not more talented than Wilt Chamberlain.
Who thinks that? Because of rings? I'm asking.
A lot of people think that. People have Bill Russell way up. I'm giving you.
The only
obviously not me.
That is not a good comparison, and I'll tell you why. Statistically, you can go see that's not fucking true. But if you want to go look, Wilt Chamberlain hoed Bill Russell every time they played.
So when Bill Russell's team won the game. So that's where people are like,
Yeah,
"Ew,
when you had fucking
dog, check it out.
12 Hall of
Check it
Famers
out.
on the team.
Dog, check it out. On average, when Bill Russell and Wilt Chamberlain played, Wilt averaged 30 points and 30 rebounds a game.
On like 50-some% shooting, whereas
Okay, listen.
Bill Russell
AI
was
could
like,
finish, but Kyrie Irving can finish better than Allen Iverson. He can finish going right. He can finish going left. He can finish under the basket. He can finish behind the basket. Kyrie Irving, the way he can finish at the rim is unmatched. Floater,
so
layups.
You're saying he's talented, but he doesn't use it right.
Right. I'm saying that yes, he has all this ability, but the problem is that's why he's disappointing.
The only two ways I will give you that he's better than him is ball handling and shooting. I'm not going to give you finishing.
Okay, that's fine.
I'll
take two.
6 foot Allen Iverson could dunk. Kyrie can't.
Kyrie just dunked yesterday, 2 days ago.
How many times has he dunked? That's like, what, 3 times
It's
now?
the second time in 2 years. That's not the point. And it's not like I was going out here yamming on folks. Yes, he caught the one off the miss. Ooh, so cool. Yeah. Kyrie Irving is. How about this?
Meanwhile, Kyrie would have been on the sidelines, fucking saging the court.
I agree. Listen,
you're
missing the point.
Do not in front of me. Do not besmirch Allen Iverson.
I'm not. I started off by saying Allen Iverson is better than Kyrie Irving.
Yeah, but then you don't yeah, but me.
But dabba do, motherfucker.
I'm gonna punch you in your knee. That's what's gonna happen.
Fuck. It's. I'm not going to explain myself.
At the end of the day, I hate Kyrie. I love Allen Iverson. That's
okay, fine. If you say that shit, then all right. So in the discussion, they pulled up a clip of Zion hitting a 3. Now I want you to picture in your head. So if how do I do this? There's 3-point arc right here, right? Zion's over here. He comes off a screen around the 3-point arc. Where do you think the defenders are in this little scenario right here for you? Probably somewhere down here, and the 3-point line's out here. Yeah. So he took a wide open set shot 3, made it.
He's very good at set threes.
Yeah, if he's sitting completely still, unguarded, sure. Yeah. Tony, no, he's not, and that's fine that you think that. Everybody has their opinions.
If we just finished this, God damn it. If you're going like who you would take, no one in their right mind would take Kyrie.
And that's not what I'm saying. But I'm trying to think of another example of where, Steve Nash. Is Steve Nash better than Jason Kidd?
Yeah.
Okay.
Purely off of the facilitating.
Okay. How about Tracy McGrady and Vince Carter?
Now that's a good one.
Right?
That's a good
one. Who would you would take Vince Carter?
Do I have to take their career for career, or like, what are we doing?
Okay, my thing is Vince Carter did one thing really well. Tracy McGrady was much more talented as a basketball player than Vince Carter. No, I'm talking about playing the game.
But Vince Carter evolved though.
Yes, but
T-Mac just fizzled out. That's actually a very good comparison. That is like
Tracy McGrady has much more talent, but you don't think of him as being more talented. You think of Vince Carter.
At one point, Tracy McGrady, you could argue, was top 3 in the
or Anthony Hardaway.
Vince Carter had glimpses of when he could be great, but he was T-Mac literally.
But you say T-Mac, but I'm saying
if Yao Ming would have been what we thought he would have been, T-Mac would have had at least 1 ring. Whereas Vince Carter, the closest he got was getting smacked around by the goddamn Lakers, because that Nets team was really good, bro.
Right, but what I'm saying is like, I'm trying to give another example of a talented player. Okay, how about this?
No, that VC versus T-Mac is a very good one.
Or
similar careers. One played way longer than the other. Because I think you are right. I think Kyrie ends up playing longer, literally because he's a better 3-point shooter. Because AI had to have been maybe a career 34% 3-point shooter.
I think you're being generous. Let me hold up. I'm gonna look.
He was never, but he was once AI's athleticism was gone, he was gone. But who's to say that's not going to happen with?
And it might,
because if Kyrie can't, I mean, sure, you could do all the crossovers and shit, but if you can't blow by him and finish at the rim, you're just going to.
His career 31% from 3. His field goal percentage is 42%.
I will say you can't. the field goal percentage itself, I wouldn't base his career off of that because that was back when people were
right, and
the game is more analytical now, where you set your shot up more than
sure.
you did back then.
But Kyrie is 47% from the floor and 40% from three for his career. So like,
I didn't say he wasn't a better 3-point shooter.
I'm not again.
Anybody with a fucking
I would
brain
pick
knows
Allen
that.
Iverson over Kyrie Irving every day of the week. He's rated. Kyrie isn't even on an all-time list as far as I'm concerned. Kyrie Irving has more basketball talent. Whether or not he realizes it or drives it the right way is irrelevant. Because he doesn't work well with other people. He's a bad teammate. He's not a great person. Like, there's other reasons why he's...
I will say this. If Kyrie had that not even that Kobe drive, if Kyrie had the drive to improve himself, he would already have an MVP.
Like, Kyrie is fucking bananas. Like, if Kyrie Irving...
He's just content with being the player he was when he came in the league.
Let me ask you this.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. Let me ask you guys this. Take Allen Iverson's brain out of Allen Iverson. Take Kyrie Irving's brain out of Kyrie Irving. Switch him. Who's the better player? Allen Iverson with Kyrie's abilities or Kyrie with AI's abilities? Allen Iverson shit stomps.
Yeah, bro.
If Allen Iverson had Kyrie's body and abilities, he would have.
He's top 5 all time.
He would be fucking unstoppable. But he was probably actually like 5'10".
Yeah, I think 6 foot pushes it.
I'm just again. I like Allen Iverson more. He's a better player. Kyrie Irving is more talented. That is not. There's no beef there. You can be talented and suck at your fucking job. See Randy Moss in the Raiders. Super amazing, ultra talented.
That is actually a very good comparison.
Thank you, Tony. Fucking this motherfucker here. All right, we gotta move on.
Again, I love AI, but I also have to give Kyrie his credit. He just needs, if he applied himself.
Dog, yeah, he's a fucking aloof fucking flat earther who burns sage and shit.
My only problem with him is, and it's not just him, it's players like him that come into the league and they're so good, but they don't improve their game at all. And they get better at what they do every night.
Right, but they don't.
Like, he's good at finishing at the rim.
Right.
He's good at getting to his, because he's got that one spot where he hit the shot in the finals. He's
and
got a couple spots that he's really good at, but like, I don't.
His court vision's weak. His defense isn't very good. Like, there's obviously I can poke holes in Kyrie's game. I can poke holes in AI's game. AI is the better player at basketball. He plays the game of basketball better, but you can be talented and not be better than someone less talented because you don't work hard. Ooh, I hate being right, especially Tony.
I was gonna say I agree with you.
I know, but it took some beating to get you there.
No. I had to make concessions.
But point about the Zion 3, where I got so rudely distracted, was
like you say, he's legit.
Yeah,
so you kind of just agreed with us because he's a
better AI.
If AI was born 6'2" and with handles like that, I'm telling you, AI would have been top 5 player of all time.
Right. That's all. Anyway, I'm not letting you. No more distractions.
I honestly, you could crucify me for this if you want. I don't give a shit. I honestly think if he had that, if he had his mind with that body,
he might be the best.
I think you don't talk about Magic Johnson as the best point guard of all time. I think you talk about Allen Iverson.
This motherfucker here.
We're talking about practice.
No, we're not talking about practice. We're talking about game.
Not a game.
He said Zion has the most natural, easy 3-point shot.
Not even let you finish that bullshit. Have you ever seen Steph Curry touch a basketball, bro?
Reggie Miller. He's
I
also.
don't like the way Reggie Miller shoots the ball. It looks like he started that whole fall down shit.
Yeah.
Like,
they do that so much. It makes me so angry.
I fucking hate it now. Like fucking Bradley Beal hit that 4-point play to win the game last night.
That was fucking cool.
I mean, it was cool, and that was a legit reason to fall down because Buddy was like this.
He hit the shot though. That was nice.
But like you Trae Young, I won't watch Trae Young.
That motherfucker.
I don't like that shit.
He hunts for a foul as opposed to making a shot. Like, he doesn't care. He'll do that shit where he'll get him behind him and then he'll stop so they run into him and then he'll shoot. Like, I know it's not illegal, but it's just a bitch way to play.
It's like Harden. I don't like watching Harden play because he does that.
He's doing it less
back,
now though.
That step back and then he just like heavy believe he's a shot up,
but he makes
and
it,
then he falls down.
Sometimes he makes them.
By the way, I'm sorry that your wife's mad at me for using believies.
Yeah, dog. She's used believies in her every. She's like, I'll be at work about it. Talking about my believies are low, and her friends are like, "You're what?"
It's so funny to think about her with other fucking people that save babies' lives and like, yeah, fucking would have been able to save that kid if my believies were. What the fuck did you just say? You are a college graduate.
I say it all the time too. My believies are low.
You took the SAT, and the best word you can come up with is believies.
You gotta have your believies high now.
If your believies aren't up, you can't win.
Can't win. Facts. All right.
Can't win with low believies.
We're back to Pro Football Focus.
Bip.
Fucking Bip's. I'm gonna get a mustache and it's the glasses for Bip every time Bip comes on the show.
Need that fake mustache nose combo.
He was like, Tom Brady picked the Succaneers. They had the worst win franchise in or the worst win percentage in North American sports history. He picked such a bad team. Pro Football Focus says they have the best receiving core, as wide receivers and tight ends included, because Cowboys are just receivers, and they have the best front seven in the NFL and a top 5 offensive line.
Did anybody?
But they had no talent. They're the Succaneers.
Let's take Bip out of it.
No.
Take Skip.
All right, fine.
Take your hatred for Tom Brady.
All right.
Be partial.
All right.
Completely partial.
I can be partial.
Why did the Buccaneers beat the Chiefs in the Super Bowl? Because
the Chiefs couldn't protect Patrick Mahomes.
Because that fucking defense was insane.
The defense was disgusting. Locked them all the way down.
If you give a quarterback as many chances as Tom had to win,
I'm not gonna lie. I could have won that game.
Yeah, bro. That Chiefs defense. There was several times where you and Tony were watching it, and I was like, you can't give Tom Brady this many times.
It was the score before half.
Yeah,
because the Bucks came out
field goal that there should have been a missed field goal or whatever.
Twice. So the Bucks came out, ran the ball, and the Chiefs called timeout because we're gonna stop and get the ball back, score before half, make it a game. The Patriots go. They get a penalty called. I think that might have been the interception.
That was the interception. Which, by the way, I still don't fucking
No, it wasn't the interception. That was later. It was they threw the bomb to Mike Evans that got called pass interference of an uncatchable ball. The Bucks go down, go 3 and out, get ready to kick a field goal. Chiefs are offsides. That's their third attempt, and then going into the end zone, they were like second or third down, throw an uncatchable ball, gets called pass interference. They get another shot at the ball. Like, they got 4 chances in one drive to score a touchdown. Of course you're going to get it eventually.
The Chiefs pissed the bet or shit the bet on that.
Every way around. That game. But anyway, I'm just saying, the team, not as bad as it sounds. They didn't win a lot of games because their quarterback was 30 interceptions.
Again, even when Jameis was still there, that was a playoff team. If you don't have a quarterback that throws the ball over,
by far, they were 7-9,
bro.
Come on,
in that division where nobody really plays defense in that division.
So then we go to Chris Broussard. He literally came out and said this week, he said the Nets are unbeatable. He said you can't get them in a 7-game series. How are you going to stop Harden, Kyrie, and KD? You got Joe Harris. He was listing all their shit. He was like, they're not going to lose. They're going to win the NBA championship, no problem. He said they're unbeatable. Okay, hear me out.
They haven't even played that many games together.
It's a talented team. It's going to be tough.
Sure.
Okay, but
so were the Monstars.
He said they're unbeatable. Let's pretend the Lakers beat the Nets in the finals. Would that make LeBron James the best player of all time?
Yeah. But here's the thing, though.
Chris Broussard says no.
Also, here's my thing, too. First of all, beating the Golden State Warriors you've already proven that you beat a harder team than Jordan ever played. Anyway, I digress.
Very good.
Here's my problem, right? Say that happens. Say the Lakers beat them in 7. You will not hear how good that Lakers team is. You will only hear excuse after excuse after excuse as to why that Nets team didn't perform. If Harden would have showed up or KD
would. The other thing you'll hear in that hypothetical scenario is if you're not willing in the world where that happens, the reason people won't put LeBron over Jordan is because you just don't want it to happen.
Here you go.
Your mind's made up at that point. And you won't change.
You ready for this? Since you did it earlier, I'll do it. If LeBron, April 10th, 2021, if LeBron James wins one more championship, I will call him the GOAT.
Oh, I'm gonna write that in a calendar or some shit. Bet. I don't think it's gonna be this year. I think there's too many good teams, but
I think the Nets are gonna win. I really do. That's a lot, man.
It's a lot.
That is a lot.
And low key, the
Lakers,
West, man.
The Lakers didn't do. Getting Drummond was a big piece, but they needed another wing defender, and they didn't get one.
Maybe THT plays good defense.
Schroeder's all right, but
he's really good. When Schroeder and LeBron play and AD's out, they're 16-1.
Right.
Schroeder's really a good piece for them.
But that's not enough.
I agree. No, that's why you need AD and Drummond. But the way Drummond helps the Nets.
I need to see them against the Nuggets. No, absolutely
No, fuck
not. No.
Because you have to...
Let me do it.
Yep.
That ring against the Warriors counts as 2.
At minimum.
Because that team was fucking phenomenal.
And he came back from 3-1.
Yeah. That ring counts as 2.
And if
the only loss that I count against him is that 2011 Mavericks.
You got it.
All the other ones.
And he earned that shit, by the way. And I'm mad at him. He choked. He played like dog shit.
First one that he lost against the Spurs, he didn't belong there. He had enough willpower and enough talent to drag that team through the East.
If you're the best player of all time, you get one game.
No, not against Greg Popovich, and not against Greg Popovich was like, just make him fucking shoot jump shots.
Oh, he's 22. He didn't have a developed game yet.
Exactly. Shut the fuck up. It's literally like if Kobe would have been out there saying Shaq, and he was like, "Oh fucking
go get him."
Anyway, the only loss that I count against LeBron James, and this is I'm not like a diehard LeBron fan. Granted, he does play for my Lakers now, but that doesn't count. The only loss that I will ever give him is that against the Mavericks, because all of y'all, not just LeBron James, Dwayne Wade, Chris Bosh, all of y'all, none of y'all showed up in that finals. You let fucking the Mavericks, who apart from Dirk Nowitzki had a cobbled together.
The other loss he gets is the second one against the Spurs.
No.
Yeah, absolutely.
No, you can't meet Greg Popovich in the finals twice and expect to beat him, bro. No.
3 times.
But you know what I mean. No.
Yeah.
You got him once, and it was off one of the greatest performances. LeBron came out in that Game 7 and killed it, bro.
Yeah, definitely. And he clutched out Game 6. I know Ray Allen hit a shot, but...
You weren't getting him again. Popovich is the greatest NBA coach of all time.
Facts.
At me, bro. I don't give a fuck.
I agree with you. I'm just saying, I would also assign him...
Phil Jackson. I don't want to hear Phil Jackson.
I didn't even say it.
I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to the audience. I don't want to hear Phil Jackson. He's overrated as fuck, bro.
Come on, dog.
Really? No, okay.
What do you say?
LeBron. He blocked LeBron.
Okay, and Nate Robinson also blocked fucking Yao Ming.
Okay, don't do Yao Ming. Yao Ming's the most overrated player of all time, right?
Fucking facts.
How are you that big and you're that buns? Bro, remember when when he first got in the league, everyone was like, "Oh, I can't wait for Yao Ming to go up against Shaq." Shaq ate that man alive. He ate him like it was Attack on Titan, but like the people were eating Titans. That's what that was, bro. He ate that man alive.
Bro, so Shaq was talking about how he would go against Yao for a couple years or whatever, and he would like talk to him, but Yao would never say anything back. And then, or how'd it go? No, Shaq maybe never talked to him, and then one game he said something to Yao, and Yao spoke to him English to him back, and he was like, "Shit, I didn't know you spoke English, dog. You could talk this whole time?" He's like, "Yeah, you just never said anything to me."
Anyway, I'm gonna say to you, you suck.
You suck.
You suck.
You know what's going on right now, dog?
WrestleMania
is going right now.
Yeah, but we got bitch that for talking about wrestling. Early on, people didn't like us talking.
Hey, part of the reason we don't talk about wrestling anymore is because they fucked up the Fiend, and we just can't watch it.
I legit don't pay attention to it like that anymore. However, since you brought it up, if they bring back 2K WWE 2K22 and they do it right, oh shit, here we go. Okay, if you want me to be sincere about this show, it has its moments. It does have its moments.
Okay.
We're going to sandwich this into Attack on
Titan. No, stop.
No, but I will say, it has its moments. It does piss me off a lot, but there are some dope-ass moments.
Okay,
anyways.
Fine, wait. I just want to, before we go on, I do want people to understand, part of our dynamic is saying shit to piss the other one off, just for fun. Like, I'll text him some shit, be like, Kobe wasn't even that good. Just out of nowhere, because I'm fucking bored.
Or if I'm on Instagram and I see some anti-LeBron shit, definitely sending that shit as well.
Like, just because it can start a fight and it'll be something to talk about.
Well, so, you know what my favorite ones are? Because occasionally, I don't know what's going on in our lives, but it's not working today.
You're like,
damn it.
You're like bored as fuck. You're like, you know what? I'm starting to fight. And you'll like hit send on some shit, and they're like, no, I'm not doing this today with you. I'm not. Because, and now obviously, we do it every time for the podcast because it's entertaining. People like to watch us fight. For example, strawberry jelly better than grape jelly. We're not going to get into it right now, but that's true. And see, and I will say this. When I watched the first season or two of Attack on Titan, I hated Eren. Dude pissed me off. I was like, how is this dude the main character and not the main character? Because it followed other people the whole time.
If you actually see us, well, Tony, you've seen us in person. We don't fight like that on person.
No, it's
Not
only
all
for
the
like 90% of it's for the camera, and when we do it off, it's just for fun.
Like, well, I'm telling you, like, I'll be bored. I won't have anything to do. Like, I want to actually.
But I also will. The reason I'm arguing so passionately about Attack on Titan is I really truly enjoy the show. I know he doesn't hate it to the level he says he does, but he doesn't like it. I'm not saying he's liking it. It's just part of the dynamic. Now,
raspberry jelly. All right.
who said Tony? No. How do I figure? I gotta figure out this timeout shit right now. Nope. He didn't come in our chat and say raspberry jelly with a straight ass face, did he? Sign in. I don't know how to sign in chat.
At least come up with
raspberry.
Raspberry. Bro.
Have a real flavor. You want all them little ass seeds in your teeth?
I eat strawberry jelly. Raspberry. If you handed me raspberry jelly, I'm throwing it through your window on fire.
I don't do even one person. I don't know if it's true. Listen, no, you're not gonna just you can't. No, listen, hold on, I got this. You're not gonna change the subject. Like you didn't just come in here and say raspberry jelly over grape and strawberry.
I bet this man does raspberry jelly and crunchy peanut butter.
Tony, let me find out you like crunchy peanut butter. Let me find out crunchy peanut butter. Why would you listen?
Just eat peanuts. Just eat peanuts.
I know. Look, I'm gonna chew it anyway. It's not the fucking same.
So what? There was a mistake at the peanut butter factory. It didn't get all smushed together. Like fuck it, I'll eat it anyway.
No,
you can't just start.
What it was? Dog, check it out.
Seedless, of course. What?
Seedless raspberry jelly? Is that what you're talking about? Dog, raspberries are tart. They're not sweet.
I don't think he understands the fact that it's the raspberry we have a problem.
Right.
With. Shit about seeds.
I thought he was talking about seedless peanut butter.
Those are
okay,
nuts, man.
but listen, let's come back real quick. Hold on. What crunchy peanut butter is? So when they make the smooth ass peanut butter, right? Crunchy peanut butter is the leftovers. So they had this like half mushed up shit over here that like should we run through again, boss? I'm like, I kind of fucking brilliant idea, Tom. Fucking bottle that shit. They're like, okay. And now you got to pay double the price because there's extra shit.
Tom is a multi-millionaire who hasn't worked in 16,000 years because he had one good idea. Bro, it's like that box of fucking burnt Cheez-Its. I know what the fuck that is.
Dog,
this is a burnt batch. You're like, we're losing a lot of money on these burnt ones. Send them, bro. Some dumbass will buy them.
I'm dumbass. I bought a box.
Dad.
Yeah, I did.
I don't like them.
They're not great.
They're not great.
The occasional burnt one in the box is better than the whole box of burnt ones.
Yeah, because it's occasional.
It's like a little treat.
Yeah.
Like the burnt fry.
You're like, oh.
Like the little crunchy fries you get. Yeah. What's your favorite kind of fry, dog? You got like
from a place,
like
the.
Okay, Tony. But see, he does that shit too. But see, the difference is, I know you're fucking around. I'm not always sure he's fucking around. Like sometimes I feel like he's really serious. And I'm like, Tony, I'm gonna kill you.
And then he sees how mad you are. He goes, oh shit.
Hey, listen, guy. I don't really.
Are you talking about like what kind of cut, like crinkle cut? And
I know that Tony. I can see him. Listen, the messages aren't delayed. I can see them live over here.
You see him here and over here.
Yeah, I can see him. It's okay. But what were we talking about?
Well, you asked me what kind of my favorite kind of fry is.
Yeah, like for example, you go to McDonald's and you got the regular straight ones. You got the little crispy bits, and then you got like the ones that are like burnt and kind of floppy.
I don't really like McDonald's, but I do like I fuck with their fries.
Their fries are okay.
Fries are amazing.
Their food makes me sick sometimes.
Every time, bro. Except their breakfast food. I don't know what it is. Like if I eat a McChicken,
you know what? I
feel like I'm McSicken.
Listen, we gotta stop.
Nothing about McSicken?
No, we gotta stop because what we're gonna do is we're gonna keep going.
Oh, this is almost 2 hours.
Yeah, we gotta wrap this motherfucker up. We'll talk about fast food next week. Check in for that. Yeah. One more topic. I want to wrap it all the way up to that Tom Brady post. Skip says Tom Brady's posting all this Super Bowl stuff and all this going for A stuff. It's tongue in cheek. It's a joke. It's ha to him. But when LeBron posts about coming back and be ready for the storm, he's extra serious. LeBron means it with all his heart. Okay, if you think Tom Brady didn't post that video thinking for sure he had done something cool, you're full of shit.
Oak and Alley's fries.
Oak and Alley's?
Oak and Alley's.
The place over by IUSB? Mid as fuck. I went there one time, never went back.
That's what I'm saying. Were you actually talking? Oh, God damn it. We're going to do this on.
Nope.
Are you talking about places or types of fries?
Okay. think about it like this.
Like, are you talking about crinkle cut, steak cut?
See, we have to do
shoestring?
this later because this is a whole podcast.
Yeah, bro, this is a 30-minute conversation.
We have to debate and we have to take notes. Remember we called Jonathan about the jelly thing? That shit was so funny.
That's a throwback.
That was way back. You guys gotta watch.
We literally called. We stopped. We paused the
episode. Called his ass.
him.
Anyway, all right, guys. The point being, Skip's an idiot. Attack on Titan, while has its down moments, even I admit, we can argue about that. We got seasons left for him to argue about. It's in war.
I'm gonna finish it.
I'm thinking of Oaken Barrel, maybe. Oaken Bucket? What the fuck? Oaken Bucket? Anyway, we'll check it out next time.
Yeah, it's another classic case of Skip. Steak cut.
I was more leaning towards crinkle cut, curly, straight. I was leaning towards that end.
Curly.
I forgot curly fries, obviously. I had forgot that there are places that we could also bring into the conversation.
Yeah, because then you start talking about, then you can go to fucking onion rings, bro.
Okay, but see, we can't.
Exactly.
We gotta stop.
That's what I'm saying.
But anyway, all this to say, thank you for listening. We are definitely gonna sign out. I'll play my music for you guys. That way, the outro can pick it up as well over here.
There's also an audio version if you want to go back and listen if you didn't catch everything.
Yeah, we're gonna put the audio on our Facebook. It's gonna be on Buzzsprout. It's gonna be on its usual places there. Obviously, this is gonna be on Twitter. This is not Twitter. This is YouTube. But it's gonna be there too. But anyways, we're gonna watch us dance to our little music, and then we'll catch you guys next week.
Later.